All right, guys, it's time to do dream coverage. We apparently yesterday after I got off stream, he decided to post his apology. I don't know if Dream knows this, but he's supposed to organize his release schedule around me. No, but I guess this is a long time in the making. It's a lot of chapters. It seems to be very comprehensive, which I can appreciate. So let's just get this started with the first thing.
I'm going to be very vulnerable, open. In this video, I'm going to be very vulnerable, open, and honest.
Okay.
I go into my past, I go into controversies, and I also debunk very serious lies about.
Ooh, it's the Gumball Waterson controversy. Let me know if it's too low, and I could turn myself down proportionally, okay?
Including by involving the police, legal teams, and extensive research. It will get uncomfortable. I will get into details of my life that you probably don't want to hear, and I don't particularly want to share either, but it feels necessary given the circumstances, and honesty and truth is my top priority. As you guys have
I probably won't be too uncomfortable. I'm pretty cool guy.
Probably noticed, I took a long break from YouTube, and since the face reveal, I've hardly really uploaded. And I've really focused on other
Yeah, it kind of just seemed like he was closing an old chapter of his life and opening a new one.
Things and separated myself from a lot of stuff I was doing before. You may think that this was due to the hate from the face reveal or for other reasons, but really there was something else that happened right after the face reveal, and it really made me step back.
I figured that the reason that he stepped back from the face reveal after the face reveal is because he wanted to just reveal his face and then move on to a new style of content. I figured it wasn't like anything other than that, but maybe I'm wrong. I figure, because I feel like, you get older as a content creator and you want to do different things. I don't think it's a crazy thing.
From what I was doing and have a lot less passion. If you've been on the internet recently, you've probably heard or seen some pretty crazy stuff about me. Whether it's the voice actor of Gumball attacking me or accusations against me
That thing was crazy.
regarding grooming, you've probably heard a lot of pretty crazy stuff. I thought it's extremely important for me.
Clearly, I don't groom because I am covered in hair. Okay.
To make this video and provide as much information as I can. And I just want to right off the bat state as clearly as I can that these allegations are not true. I plan on going to extreme detail to prove that in this video. And to all the people that are spreading lies, fabricating...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like the whole allegation, from what I remember, it was been like a year. It's just that like he talked to a 17-year-old maybe when he was 20. That's just not ever going to be grooming. Sorry. There's really like nothing to say about that. Like grooming is a very deep, intentional, methodical process of setting typically a child up for typically sexual exploitation. For 17 to 20, unless he was engaging in insane manipulation tactics, no. 17 to 20 is a perfectly appropriate age range. And even if you disagree, that's fine, but socially that's against you. So if you want to advocate to change that, that's totally fine. But you can't, but he's just not that. He's just not that, okay?
Stories and making false accusations for fun or because they think it's funny.
I don't care. I've accepted I'm a horrible person.
This is not funny. This is not a joke. This is people's lives, ranging from my own, my family, my employees, to actual victims that stories won't be heard or believed in the future because of this. I understand.
That's true. It only takes like one allegation that's considered false for people to tune out.
That some things in this video are much more important.
There's 3 allegations. One, flirting with a 17-year-old. The other is grooming a 17-year-old. And the last one is a 16-year-old. How old was he when it was a 16? I love you, August.
Than others, so I split this video up into chapters, and you can skip to and watch the parts that are most.
August, make a breakdown video for this dream thing on your channel. Make your own content. Make content for yourself because people like your Gumball Waterson thing, and I liked reacting to it. And you have a weirdly very good understanding of internet drama in a way that's productive for me.
I will say that everything in this video is very relevant. I think they're all vital topics to include because they help grow my character. So yeah, the video has chapters, and if you want to skip around, there's a pinned comment. And again, I realize that nothing in this video is as important as me talking about serious allegations, so I've made it really easy to skip ahead to whatever is most important to you. Just because there's other stuff doesn't mean anything is less important. Monetization on this video is on, but every dollar...
Good. Who cares if the money goes to charity, frankly? I would just leave it on because, why not collect some money off of people trying to be your downfall, right?
We'll go to a charity that's linked in the description. Otherwise, I want to start with the biggest lie I have ever told. The face leak photo was me. Of course, it's from when I was really young, and I've lost a lot of weight since then. And it wasn't at all representative of what I look like now.
That's what I was real curious about, Dream. Thank you. You as a chunky kid was you? Wow.
But it was me. Obviously, I said many times that it wasn't, and
I frankly thought that was just a joke. I thought that wasn't really him. I don't care, but okay.
People have and still do use that against me to say that I'm dishonest. But the reason I lied about that is because of the face reveal. I'd been planning the face reveal for years. I sacrificed so much by staying inside and avoiding cameras for so long. I mean, I had covers on all my windows, and even to go to the dentist, I left hiding in the back of a car and went to a different state. Yes, I was paranoid. I wasn't going to let anyone take that moment away from me.
I would just not go to the dentist, frankly. Fuck the dentist.
Whatever I had to do to make sure that moment was suspenseful and exciting, I'm sure I would have done. And if
Okay,
anything,
I
the
don't
face
care
leak photo
about
probably
any of
ended up
this.
creating more suspense and excitement to see if I was lying or if I actually looked like the leaked picture. Now, of course, there was a lot of personal information attached to the leaked picture, how it was found, where it was leaked from, so that definitely contributed to why I lied about it. I didn't lie because I was ugly or because I was overweight or anything like that.
Debatable.
And every time I talked about the leaked picture, I always mentioned that I struggled with my weight in the past and that it's disheartening to see people make fun of the poor kid for that, which
What
obviously
are you talking about? You wonder why August's channel isn't taking off and then immediately react to everything? I don't react to anything for like 3 or 4 days. There's nothing to do with it, dude. Shut the fuck up. I know you're a troll. I'm gonna ban you, bitch.
was the poor kid. And I think that's something I'm willing to admit now because I face revealed. I'm not risking that big moment.
I don't know anything
And I
about the
also feel
Hunter
much more
Rifle
comfortable
situation,
about my
so I
personal
don't know what to
information
talk
and how I
about.
look and so
If
on.
you have like a source of information I could look at, you can show me.
The day the face leak was posted, I was playing a Minecraft tournament and someone called the SWAT team on me.
Dream is AFK. I'm clear here.
Oh shit.
I was put in handcuffs on my front lawn with cops with rifles pointing at me, and I was pretty much swatted from that day on almost daily, to the point where the reason Sapnap moved in with me before my face reveal was to answer the door when police showed up. Because people started camping outside with cameras to try and reveal my face, and I needed someone else to answer the door. When the people that were doxing me thought that they had the wrong address, my family ended up getting swatted, and my mom answered the door thinking that it was pizza for her and my little sister. They were held at gunpoint with police helicopters circling the neighborhood.
Terrible.
People showed up at my house, people showed up at my family's house. The first time I ever got swatted, I made sure not to mention it at all. Funnily enough, I actually got interviewed by a SWAT team member while I was muted and playing Minecraft parkour with the SWAT officer right next to me. But yeah, it's just all to show that even though
He was hanging out with you playing Minecraft? That's fucking crazy. You're grooming him into being a pedophile. Teaching an older gentleman to play Minecraft. That's dangerous. You can't do that.
I was very adamant about denying the face leak. It was much more about the fact that there was so much personal information attached to the picture, and I wanted as much separation from it as possible. It had nothing to do with how I look. I'm very proud of my weight loss story, and I was never ashamed about it.
It's like weird. So he's saying he leaked the face picture, but then he lied about it to preserve his self? Did I hear that right? That just doesn't make sense to me. I don't care. This is such a trivial, dumb thing, but is that what he's saying? He leaked the picture, but then he tried to hide the information? Did I hear that? Okay, whatever. It
At
doesn't
all.
matter.
I think that
This
it's
part
very
doesn't matter at
encouraging
all.
to see people accomplish weight loss. I did it all naturally. I lost hundreds of pounds. You have
for you,
not
dude.
seen me at my heaviest. And it's one of those things that I think is very encouraging to others. I love inspiring people, so it's a story I'm sure I'll tell in the future. But in that moment,
Cool beans.
it was not the right time to tell it. I feel like right now it's still kind of uncomfortable to talk about it, but it's annoying seeing the same damn picture. So here's some other pictures of me from before I lost weight, just so there's more variety.
Okay. Thanks, man. Wow.
Now moving on.
I could have swore that was fucking Nicholas Diorio. I'm going to be honest with you.
Onto one of the most talked about controversies, the cheating scandal. I'm going to be pretty concise with this one because it's been covered a million times and most of you are probably pretty sick of hearing about it, but it's still really important to talk about. It's one of the most frequent reasons people point to as to why not to trust me. I did unintentionally cheat on a speedrun that I officially submitted to the leaderboards in 2020, and the speedrun mods were completely in the right for taking it down.
How do you unintentionally cheat on? I don't understand.
I was using a disallowed mod for about a week on my live streams when a new version of Minecraft came out, and I was unaware that this mod existed. When I was defending myself, I didn't know that I'd been using the mod, and it's a really complicated and lengthy explanation of how it's very reasonable that I didn't
Okay, so he had a mod. Okay, whatever. Oh, there's a lot of mod. Whatever.
know that I had the mod, so I can't go into that here. A lot of people say that it's impossible that I wouldn't have known that I was so lucky, but those people don't realize that it was a little bit of luck over a very long period of time, and not a lot of luck at once. It was actually only uncovered by a cheater themselves, who later got exposed for doing that same thing in the past.
That's actually a little poetic. Very interesting. Okay.
Yes, that's right, Minecravenger. The very same person that first publicly exposed Dream for cheating in his runs has just been caught cheating himself. And
I wonder if Jalen's having a field day with Dream Drama.
not only cheating once, but cheating multiple world records over a span of more than 2 years.
I was defending myself so confidently publicly because me and a developer had already considered and ruled out the possibility that I could have been using a mod. Carl Jobst, a very well-respected YouTuber that also investigates speedruns, made a video going into all the
Oh, dude, I used to watch that, guys. Wow, I can't even find Jalen on here anymore.
So
This is weird. Find this person's account now. Did Jalen delete
So
his
there is an
channel? I don't know.
details. It's over an hour long. If you'd like to watch it to understand how that could happen and all the supporting evidence around it, you can.
Oh,
He's very
yeah.
critical of me in it, but here's his short conclusion that backs up what I'm saying from after his thorough investigation.
In conjunction with all of the evidence I've seen, I believe the essence of what Dream was claiming in his paste bin was probably true. In my opinion, it is definitely more likely that he really didn't know his drop rates and barter rates were modified.
I mean, like, why would he cheat anyway? Like, it sounds like this thing, whatever it was, was some kind of a silly tournament that's just meant to have fun. So, like, does that benefit him by cheating? I mean, I don't know.
Was it intentional? And I do believe that it probably wasn't.
He did a lot of research and interviewed a lot of people to come to that conclusion. He interviewed the mod team, me, developers, and a lot more. He even said something afterwards that applies to a lot of the situations I'm going to talk about today, so I'm going to go ahead and play that clip too.
In one breath, people will complain that Dream is a liar, and then in the next, spout made-up assumptions that couldn't be further from the truth. It seems like everyone is lying everywhere.
I'm still fully responsible for my behavior back then towards the moderators, regardless of my intentions, and I did act like a little baby and caused the majority of the problems myself, so I'm sorry. Regardless of if you believe me or if you think that I'm being dishonest, since this all happened over 3 years ago, a lot has changed since, and I've done my best to move forward and grow as a person. I did my best to make amends with the mods. I apologized privately and publicly for lashing out at them. I donated over $50,000 to the speedrun community through tournaments and personal donations to over 15 different speedrunners. I voluntarily took down all my speedrun times, even ones that had nothing at all to do with the mod or the cheating scandal. I also deleted my original response video, and I haven't speedrun officially since. It's been,
I mean, to me, it seems like overcorrecting, but like whatever. Cool.
Over 3 years. Now that that's out of the way, I want to clear up some quick misinformation around it. One, it had nothing to do with my manhunt videos or any video or speedrun I've ever posted on my YouTube channel. It was specifically live streamed attempts that I did during a 1 week or so period over 3 years ago. It's a common misconception that the cheating had to do with my YouTube channel, manhunt, or any other videos I posted. Two, I didn't hire a fake astrophysicist to defend me, which is also commonly said. Knowing nothing about math, but fully believing in my innocence at the time, given the accusation was purely based on math, I used a website for math freelancers and reached out directly to a highly qualified professor that said they'd be willing to help me. They even made one of their conditions before agreeing that no matter
I think I gotta remember this. It was just silly.
what their conclusion was, I had to publish their results. Even if their conclusion was that I was guilty. I agreed to this.
Dream briefly explained the situation, and the expert agreed to help. The expert provided Dream with a few terms, one of them being that Dream post the results no matter the outcome.
Obviously, their report ended up getting ripped to shreds, but I had no idea that would be the case. I knew absolutely nothing about math, and I fully believed in my innocence. So when a highly qualified third party was agreeing with me, it made me even more confident and bold. There was many factors as to why the report ended up being bad, partially due to the public pressure and it being rushed, partially due to them not knowing as much about Minecraft as the mod team did. But regardless, I didn't bribe or make up a fake astrophysicist, which is something people frequently say. The speedrun mod team and many other parties independently verified their credentials and the fact that they exist. I also put way more information in the description on this, just for transparency.
Wow. Are people really still upset about this dumb shit? Like, how much does this matter to people? I don't really understand.
Sake, including proof about the professor, all of my emails to them, and even screenshots of messages that I never provided in the past. I think that's really important to clear up because it's used very, very frequently to say, if he will go as far as to make up a fake astrophysicist to lie, how far will he go with other lies? And
I mean, maybe. I don't know. If he'll lie about an astrophysicist, he must be a rapist. I like that logic. It's smart.
But just like to point out that even though I didn't lie, lying about a Minecraft speedrun is very different than lying about very serious allegations. The next thing I'm going to talk about is a pretty big one.
Not according to the internet, okay? You fucking made that mistake by existing on this place, okay?
One that you might not have heard about, but it's a pretty important one. Manatreed. Now, if you don't know who Manatreed is a content creator that I added to my server, the Dream SMP, a couple years ago.
Was
they
he
were
a
anonymous
pedophile
like
or
me,
something?
and they had a very short career. There was a thread made about Manatreed.
I mean, his chin looks like one. I'm just saying, sometimes you could tell by the chin. But that's also, maybe a little inappropriate for me to say.
Manatreed saying that they doxed him and that he was an IRL friend of mine, had been charged with domestic violence, and that I was trying to hide it. Manatreed was removed from the SMP by me. All of his accounts were deleted, and I made a statement talking about how I don't support domestic violence. I wasn't aware of any domestic
Oh, wow, so brave. And of course not. Why would you?
violence, and that due to how complicated the situation was, I decided to remove Manatreed from the SMP. I also strongly alluded to the fact that the doxed information was incorrect. Everything I just said was true, except for the fact that Manatreed was my childhood best friend. I came up with the name Manatreed, I made the accounts, I grew up with him, his grandparents were like my grandparents, he was like family to me.
Yeah, it must be disappointing when you found out he was a domestic abuser. That's fucked up.
The criticism I get to this day related to this is that I intentionally housed and hid an abuser. Because Manatreed was faceless.
Well, I mean, if it's your friend, I mean, I can understand why you wouldn't immediately believe anything or you want to, like, take it with a grain of salt. I mean, I'm fine with that. Like, whatever. Like, obviously, it sounds like what this guy did was disgusting, but at the same time, like, Dream can just disconnect. He doesn't have to, like, I understand relationships. I understand how complicated it can be with, like, knowing somebody who's done a bad thing and be like, well, he's a good person, and not, like, it comes to terms. Take a while to come to terms. I get that. Like, it is what it is, man. Like, I'm not gonna chicken over that.
Listen, anonymous like me, people said that it was planned deliberately in order to hide.
That's why I have a beard, so I can fucking hide my face. You're right, brother.
Charge. This is not true. In late 2020, he had a lot of problems. He was struggling with homelessness, had been in multiple recent car accidents. I knew I could help him, so I did. I offered him a place to stay. I paid for his groceries and gas for a while. And eventually, I came up with the idea to add him to my server. He was my childhood friend. I trusted him, and he wasn't a risk. I was anonymous, so obviously if I wanted to play games with him, his identity couldn't be known, or it would leak my identity. Whenever the thread first came out saying that Manatreed abused his girlfriend, I responded emotionally, calling people gullible, because I didn't believe that someone I had known for so long and grew up with could do anything like that. And at the time, although no one knew, he lived with me in Sapnet. So it seemed—
What did he do to abuse his girlfriend? Like, punch her in the face or something?
Crazy that he could somehow hide it from us. I jumped the gun and reacted emotionally. Only later did I properly look into everything, and I apologize. After I confronted Manatreed in real life, he claimed that he wasn't an abuser, that he had just had an altercation with another guy, and that his ex-girlfriend got in the middle of it. He claimed that he never hit her, that he had just caught her cheating and was fighting the guy that she was cheating with, that the cop—
I mean, listen, I'm not trying to be that guy. Let me just explain something to you. It's never appropriate to ever hit anybody ever. But also, if somebody cheats on you, I get it. Like, I'm not trying to be an asshole. It's not appropriate. You should never do that. But like, also, if you're gonna cheat on somebody, if that's the truth, like, how much do I care? You know, I'm not trying to be a fucking rude asshole, but I mean, don't cheat. Like, you know what I mean? So
Cops got called and that he got arrested. This is just what he said. This altercation would have taken place around a year before he moved in with us, and I had no knowledge of it. People thought that domestic violence took place when he lived with us because my address was on a court document of his, but that was far after when he was on probation and had to tell the court where he currently lived. He also lied to us and told us that he was on probation for smoking weed in order to not have us question anything suspicious related to it. Even though he claimed to me that he wasn't abusive to anyone, I couldn't just take him for his word, and so I did research myself. I reached out to his ex-girlfriend and talked to her about it all. She wouldn't really say that much. She said,
I mean, ex-girlfriend might, if that story is the truth, I don't know how much of a good source of information the ex would be, but okay.
To give Manatreed the best wishes for his future, and that his mistakes were behind her, and that she just wanted to be left alone online.
That's
I
fair.
don't want to push her for information, so because of that, I didn't feel comfortable having Manatreed on the Dream SMP anymore. I didn't have full confidence that he was being honest with me because he had already lied to me, and I was also still faceless and really didn't want to have to dox myself to explain the situation. I decided the best idea would just be to remove him from the server. I had created all of the accounts, so I completely shut them down and removed his access. That meant that there was absolutely no risk that even if he was lying, he would ever cause future harm because of me. Unfortunately, this wasn't a cut and dry situation. This was one of my childhood best friends that had always treated me with kindness and had lied to me in Sapna. And unfortunately, due to all of this, I have no contact with him and lost someone that was like family to me. I'll never know the exact truth behind everything. The person that I knew was kind, generous, and
I'm not trying to
compassionate.
be assholes and also asshole. Oh, stop! I forgot you're a troll.
And I never
I can't respond to you
if
anymore.
I thought he was anything otherwise. But what I do know is
Shut
that
up,
other than my initial crude response, I stand by my actions. I think that I navigated a really complex situation the best that I could. I got rid of any risks, supported a victim, made it clear that I didn't support domestic violence, even to the detriment of one of my oldest friendships.
Okay, cool.
I completely understand people that don't know my side of the situation, assuming that this makes me a liar and that it's obvious that I was covering up wrongdoing. I even had creators.
That just sounds like a complicated situation. Most of us would probably act the same way, honestly.
That thought this until they talked to me about it. It's not unreasonable at all, and that's why I figured I had to talk about it in this video, even if it is personal and uncomfortable. Before I jump into the most important things I'm going to address, I want to talk about something that's come up a lot due to these allegations, and something that's commonly said to give credibility to me being a bad or weird person. I'm going to play a clip from Moist Critical, who talked about the allegations pretty neutrally to his credit. But while talking about them, he said this.
Dream's audience has always been on the younger side of things, and yet Dream constantly engages with them in very inappropriate ways, such as like posting thirst traps. He does post thirst traps, even knowing that his fans are children. So
What? Bro, Charlie's so unhinged when it comes to like these topics sometimes when it comes to like kids and shit. I don't know why. It's just like weird. I'm not saying he's always wrong or anything. I'm just saying like get the fuck out of here. He posts thirst traps. He said, dude, what does he post? Like a fucking picture on the internet? Who cares? Just stop. Like, okay. You're trying to make it seem like he's intentionally doing it to fucking groom children.
when these claims come out, I think a lot of people start to take them at face value because they're like, oh, that sounds like the Dream that I know. This sounds like something Dream might do, so it's probably true. Even though right now a lot of the evidence backing it up isn't the strongest.
Now, before I talk about this, I just want to ask that if you're watching this and you share the same opinion, try and give me the benefit of doubt. Genuinely listen to what I have to say.
What is the thirst trap that Dream's posting?
And discard your preconceived biases. Because yeah, if you think someone's creepy and then they're accused of being a creep, it clearly changes how you think. So I'm going to break down multiple things that Charlie said because I respect him. I respect his opinion. I think he's a super reasonable guy and I think he's an awesome content creator. One of the things that he said is that I post creepy pictures and thirst traps.
He does post thirst traps.
Where?
That's the first thing I'm going to talk about. Uniquely, because I didn't reveal my face until last year, I can actually pretty reasonably show you every photo and video of myself that I've ever posted on the internet. So they're going to start scrolling by now in a completely random order. While you watch, it's important to note that
Let's see. We got nothing. Oh shit, this one is creepy.
what you post on something like Snapchat is very different than something you'd post on Instagram or Twitter. Snapchat runs ads every 5 or 6 photos and encourages you to post upwards of 100 photos or videos a day to have the most growth and make the most money. They only last 24 hours like an Instagram story. So on Snapchat, you kind of just spam anything. So for me, it's silly filters, my cat, whatever food I'm eating that day, I get a haircut. Because of that, it's much easier to take one silly photo from Snapchat out of context and make it out to be something that it's not. On top of that, there's a lot of fake accounts that I think people fall for all the
Who cares? None of this matters. None of this fucking matters.
time. They post thirst trap captions using my photos, and with how many likes they get, there's a lot of people that casually scroll Twitter and think their posts are mine. There's one specific one that was extremely popular and verified before it was suspended. They posted tweets like this, and this,
And
and
racism. I love these.
and verified before it was suspended. They posted tweets like this,
Name a man prettier than me. You can't.
and this,
End racism. I'm 6'2". This is funny.
and this.
Just found out about racism. So messed up. Love him. I don't understand.
These are just completely normal photos.
Does Charlie have a specific video he's referring to, or whatever, or a specific picture he's referring to? Because none of this seems like a big deal.
Posted of myself with no caption, but they repost them and put a weird caption. This has fooled tons of people, including people that have made pretty big videos about me, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if Charlie saw this account a couple times and thought its tweets were mine. A lot of people also say stuff like this,
I don't know why he still uses Snapchat. It's still kind of weird. I told you, if you're a grown man using Snapchat,
which I think is super reasonable to think. If you
Why?
don't know that there's creator accounts now that work very
Why is it weird that people use Snapchat? It's like when people are like, oh, why are there's a grown man using TikTok? I don't know, because TikTok's not really for kids anymore at all. TikTok is an advertising platform, and Snapchat is in the realm of that. It's obviously not as popular. So why wouldn't you use other social media things to get yourself and your name out there? That's the whole point. That's why you would use those platforms. People are just so weird and annoying about it. I just don't really understand it. Like, I don't have Snapchat because I just don't really understand it. But like, who fucking cares? Question.
Very differently to normal Snapchat accounts. You can promote stuff to millions of people through Snapchat's algorithm, and even as of recently, you can make a lot of money, obviously encouraging you to post whatever random stupid photo you took.
I mean, I hardly even log into my Snapchat myself, and even have someone else completely run the account, because there's a manager account feature where I can just post from my personal Snap and never even see any of the messages. I also sometimes have people say that I'm weird because of fan art account likes from my fan art account, so I just want to clarify, I'm not the one behind 99% of the likes. I've never made that public because it is beneficial for artists for people to think that it's me every time, but again, when it's being used against me to say I'm creepy, I have to clarify.
Hi, so I've ran Dream's public Snapchat since January 2022.
I mean, all this is believable. Why the fuck would he run his own Snapchat, right? Like, I mean, it just makes perfect sense to me. Like, he would obviously have somebody else do his Snapchat for him. It just makes perfect sense. That's it. I believe it. I don't even need to be convinced.
Nothing weird, and he doesn't really even log into it. I also run his fan art account and have been since January 2022 as well. I'm good friends with Dream and the Dream team, so he thought I'd be a good
Yeah, and he probably pays this person. Oh, he's grooming her because he hired a fan. That's the new terminally online internet perspective.
to run it. I mostly just like and retweet art. I'm banished from replying. Sometimes people will call him creepy for stupid stuff that I've liked, and I've never really taken it seriously because I just think what's being depicted in the art is funny to me, like DNF kissing art or something, because I'm their friend and it makes me laugh. It just happens to be really good art. But when it's being used to say that Dream is creepy or weird, I feel really bad because he's definitely not. There's been times that he's messaged me and told me to unlike something or asked why I was on a DNF liking spree, and he's definitely a silly guy, but people shouldn't use me liking art that I found funny or just thought was impressive.
I mean, the one weird thing I will say is like, why?
Just agree. And he's definitely a silly guy, but people shouldn't use me.
Maybe we should do Snapchat, baby. You can do whatever the fuck you want. We could do Snapchat with the two of us. I'm fine with that. Yeah, I mean, I guess this is believable. He probably, I mean, I guess he says like, hey, like some other stuff too to get some engagement going and to rep other people. So, I mean, I guess this makes sense, sure.
Liking art that I found funny or just thought was impressive artistically against him.
I can still be more careful about what's liked on the account though, and I also can re-clarify my boundaries, which I do at the end of this video. But I will just say here that I've never supported not safe for work art of minors or from minors. I think that that's weird and gross, and I clarify my boundaries on myself later in the video, but generally it's just, I don't want anything weird drawn of me. I also later have the person who used to run the account back in 2020 say something as well. But yeah, like 1 out of every 1,000 Snapchats I post, people end up spreading and making fun of, which is fine, of course, but it's when it's made out to be weird that it's disingenuous. Now, that's not to say that I'm posting the exact same thing as everyone else, or that what I'm posting isn't different than other people. It definitely is. I was faceless for a very long time, never took pictures of myself, and had no social media before YouTube. So you're seeing literally my first time ever taking pictures, and I am just a little goofy. Again, it's fine to make fun of. Like some of these pictures
I'm a little bit of a goofy guy.
Stupid, but using them as evidence that I'm weird or making them out to be weird just isn't fair.
I don't really take myself seriously. I don't think I'm super attractive. I don't think I'm super funny. I think a lot of people misunderstand some of the things that I post that are satire. A lot of my videos before I did my
This guy's looking for attention. He's like, no, Dream, you're so fucking hot, Dream. I want to suck your little wiener, your little dreamy boy. I want to suck your your little dreamster, your little chubby dreamy. What the fuck's going on here? Why can't I not get this in here? I'm annoyed.
Minecraft challenges were satire videos, and I still post a lot of satire. A perfect example of this is my unface reveal. I posted a video on my channel where I unrevealed my face. It's a satire video. I have my two best friends burst down my door, tell me that I'm ugly and to put my mask back on, which I agree with.
And then he got like a really new mask that was like water resistant or something. I think I made a joke about coming.
Make a professional mask, and then go through the McDonald's drive-thru with it on, while saying that I'm never taking it off ever again. The number of people that took this seriously was in the tens of millions. People see the headline, assume that sounds like something that cringe guy would do, and then it's history. And the same thing happens with my TikToks. Like almost my entire TikTok page is sarcastic, but every now and then, someone will take a TikTok of mine completely seriously. Like, I posted a video of me with a chat filter on and said no filter right after the face reveal. I made a TikTok where I take off the mask and use an ugly filter. Another TikTok where I make fun of the face leak photo. Or
yeah, I did the same thing. I put the dream filter on. Well, I took my mask off, dude. I'm just kidding. He's not a bad looking guy.
Other sarcastic posts. But then I posted TikTok where I'm in Walmart wearing my mask, and people take it so seriously. I get tons of hate, and it said how cringe it is that I would go shopping in my mask, that it's pathetic that I'm trying to hide my face after I already revealed it. Or I post a TikTok where I sing one of my songs, say no auto-tune, and then kiss the camera. And it's that I'm trying to be hot or think I'm such an amazing singer, instead of that I'm self-aware and playing into the cringe. I didn't watch that and go, ah, you are so cool. You are such an amazing singer, and you're also hot. Like, it's not serious. Yes, I do post cringy stuff sometimes, and I'm not trying to say that I've never been cringy.
or that you can't make fun of content that is intentionally cringy, but I've never posted anything that you could remotely say is a thirst trap or inappropriate for my audience, because as you can see in the context of all these other photos I've posted, it's not honest to single out one weird Snapchat out of context of the thousands I spam and then say that I post creepy photos. But yeah, like one photo I posted was heavily spread as a thirst trap by parody accounts, and it's this. I'm supposed to be dead. It's definitely not a thirst trap, but it's not like I was sending it to somebody and being weird. I was just spamming photos on my public story.
Oh no!
Yeah, well, I mean, the biggest sin on the internet is being cringe, am I right? So maybe we should cancel this guy for all fucking eternity. You know how it is, babies.
George not found is giving him this slobberson. Oh no! Oh no!
Like, yeah, it's goofy. It was not a thirst trap. I posted 1 or 2 photos with my shirt off ever, and this one's because I thought it was cool to see my hair comb back since it's always forward, and you can't even see me or my body. There's also this monstrosity that's frequently shared. Like, this is a gross photo. I look terrible. This is not a thirst trap. This is a terrible photo.
This you imagine all the Dream friends are like, no, Dream, you're so fucking hot. If this is really what we're considering a thirst trap, though, like, people need to just stop. It's embarrassing for you to consider that a thirst trap.
Just disgusting. I was just spamming photos, didn't think much of it, and posted it. And now it will haunt me until the end of time. I'm cringy and being serious when I make satire posts. I'm full of myself when I post a normal photo. I'm gross when I post a bad photo. I'm weird when I post a silly photo. It's just people assuming the worst or just not knowing who I am, which I guess is fair. So yeah, that's what I have to say about the thirst traps thing. But obviously that's just photos. Now in terms of other stuff, I've definitely had my opinions morph over time, especially since I've face revealed and actually got to meet fans in person. But we can still talk about some old stuff that people frequently use to say that I'm weird. First of all, me calling my fan base kittens. This was a stupid tweet. If I could go back,
I mean, it just sounds like a stupid Discord meme. I don't care. Like, here's my thing. In my opinion, I think people that are super pearl clutchy over like slight like jokes like this, which you guys say you put in the range of a little weird. I feel like those are the weird people. Like, you should understand that it's like, oh, it's just a stupid joke. I don't think it's just stupid.
Never would have tweeted it. I completely understand that without knowing my intentions or what I actually meant, it could seem super weird. The whole Discord kittens meme wasn't as big yet, and I just tweet so much, I just wasn't really thinking. It came out horribly, and I will never live this down. It is still something that my friends make fun of me for to this day. I was just trying to explain that when I say I love my audience, I don't mean in the same way that I love my friends or my family. That I mean it in the way that I love dogs, even though I don't know every dog personally.
I fucking hate dogs.
I can still say I love dogs. I should not have said kittens, but it's not what I meant. It was a stupid tweet. I've tweeted tens of thousands of times the last few years. It wasn't my brightest moment, but it also wasn't me trying to be weird or going kittens. It was just an analogy that I regret using. Another point of evidence towards the Dream is Weird narrative was me, quote unquote, selling my baby pictures. In 2022, my merch company sold.
And he really sells baby. Like, that's weird, I guess. What is this? What's happening? How is this controversy fucking so crazy? This is so stupid.
A flash drive that was Dream themed. It was going to be sold empty, and then my mom and my dad, who helped run my merch company, had the idea to put some random stuff onto the drive, so it felt more unique. I thought it was a cool idea. The content on the drive wasn't what was being sold. It was the slap wristband flash drive itself. We added some drafts of books I wrote from when I was a teenager, some memes, some old Minecraft screenshots of me and my friends, some notes and emails from teachers talking about me.
Oh, Dream. What's his name? Bingle? Oh, Bingle. You look so handsome. That's his mom. I don't know what the fuck his name is. I'm going to call him Bingle because, that's my go-to when I'm acting fucking stupid. So, oh, Bingle, you look so handsome in this one. Why don't you show the camera? Show everybody. Oh, you look so nice. We should include this.
Being rebellious in middle school. And yes, 2 pictures of me from when I was a baby. The intent wasn't at all to sell pictures of me when I was a baby, which other celebrities have actually literally done. The intent was just to show.
I mean, like, whatever. That's weird, but I don't really care. It's just parasocial. I don't see like an actual problem with it. Gives a shit.
Little bit of where I'm from. Like, you would show pictures in a biography you would sell or something. It was my version of a little biography with writing and pictures and quotes. I think there's definitely something to be said about the concept of being in possession of a file of someone else's baby picture versus it just being in a physical book. So I totally get it. But you have to recognize that that's clearly not the intention. It should be something funny or cringe to make fun of and not be a serious thing, like being about pedophilia. Yeah, I mean, as you can probably tell by the pictures going by, I have a pretty normal life. I think I'm a pretty average guy, and 99% of the things I post online.
Oh yeah, Dream, are you trying to tell us how big your dick is? This guy's trying to tell his child audience that he has a big cock. Are you kidding me, dude? Right now, this is fuck. Moist, make a video. That's clearly a pedophilic dog whistle that he's saying right now. Get this guy. Get him off the fucking internet, dude. He deserves to be destroyed. Destroy this guy.
Extremely normal, despite how much I put myself out there.
Baby pics one. I'll show you. I'll find
context things to show for it, and
we'll put them on our Snapchat.
So yeah, I think when people say that I post thirst traps or post predatory things to my audience, they're just misinformed. I don't think that Charlie is being malicious at all. It's just a lot of misinformation.
He's just dumb when it comes to some shit. Like, yeah, okay.
And it's something I've never really made an effort to clear up. I always lean into the cringe, but when it's being used to strengthen serious allegations, that's when I kind of have to really break down how I am. But yeah, I mean, on top of all that, my audience is not as
Moist Critical make an I'm sorry video after this. I'm sorry for making people think I'm a pedophile, like that, going over silly things.
I was in.
Does he respond to it? Hacking situation. She's awful. I guess not. I guess he doesn't care. Okay.
As young as people think. This isn't a hill I'm gonna die on, because I know a lot of people have their minds made up or could not be convinced. Believe it or not, I have one of the oldest audiences in all of Minecraft YouTube. I started YouTube through coding and
I mean, I believe that. How old is a fucking Minecraft audience? Yeah, my average Minecraft audience is 14. Wow, that's fucking old for Minecraft YouTubers.
extremely complex stuff, like reverse engineering PewDiePie's Minecraft seed. My videos, even to this day, are super long,
respond
don't have
on
that
stream?
quick retention style.
What did he respond with? Did he say, sorry guys, I didn't mean to pedo jack Dream. Sorry guys.
Editing or sound effects or anything that a lot of channels do.
Oopsie
And I also have a
poopsie.
large pro gamer audience because my videos involve a lot of technical skill. My audience outside of
gamer?
YouTube is
Really?
younger, but the vast majority of
I mean,
people I
I
get
give a
recognized by on the street are college aged. And usually dudes being like, what the f? It's Dream! On Twitch, I've covered
Dude, this guy's so cool. That's very cool though. That's nice.
heavy topics. In this video, I'm covering heavy topics. Me and my friends all swear on every other platform, and we're definitely not
Ooh,
kids
bad
channels
guys.
in any way. Just because I post Minecraft videos doesn't mean that my audience is just little kids. Most people that watch me either used to play Minecraft or don't even play Minecraft at all. I think Charlie's audience is, of course, much older than mine, but
Maybe. I mean, that's debatable, frankly. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I don't even know if I would agree with that. How do I find Jaden? I want to see if Jaden started talking about this, but I feel like I can't find Jaden. Anytime I scroll through here, it's not there. What the fuck? Did they delete their shit?
if I posted photos like these, which to be clear, if I was ripped as hell like Charlie, I would 100%. It would be made out to be predatory because it's me when it's not at all. And that same standard isn't applied to TikTok stars or really anyone else but me, just because I'm the Minecraft guy. A lot of the photos me and Charlie have posted are actually really similar. It's just people cherry picking goofy photos of mine and then making them out to be weird. When it's just me posting random photos because that's literally part of our job. But yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about that.
Okay.
Now to move on and talk about some really important stuff. Over the last year and a half, there's been a bunch of really serious allegations made against me. Some of them were quickly disproved, others admitted they were lying, but there's still some that I'm going to address in this video. The first allegation made against me was pretty quickly discarded. It was an allegation of flirting and had some inconsistencies. I'm still taking it seriously though and don't want to overlook anything.
Oh, I mean, how old was Dream? Dream's age. Let's look at his age really quick. He's 24 right now. So how old? Let's see what we got here.
I'm going to talk about it now. The first ever allegations against me that were spread pretty far were made the day after my face reveal on October 3rd, 2022. A girl named Anastasia
October 3rd, 2022. So he's 21, 22, 23? Okay.
tweeted out, he's only face revealing because he's scared that I'll do it first. And then she followed it up by tweeting, I'm too tired / real life struggling to get involved, but the YouTuber trending right now already face revealed to me years ago when he was
Okay.
flirting with me when I was a minor. Obviously,
Oh, so that was 2 years before a year. So he was like 20. Yeah, I remember that.
because of my face reveal, it took off, pointing out inconsistencies, asking questions, and so on. I didn't have any inappropriate contact with this person. I didn't have any sexual contact with this person. I hardly even remember who this person is at all. And the only messages I could even find with this person were friendly Twitter DMs. And even in those Twitter DMs, I mentioned that they had 18 in their bio, which they contradict. I definitely didn't face reveal to them. That's
Okay.
an obvious lie. Almost nobody knew what I looked like at all.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. Why would he face reveal to some random unless he was that thirsty? I mean, that's possible. But I don't know. I mean, if he had this well-kept secret, why would he bother face revealing some fucking goober just to potentially have it leaked? He would have had to be real thirsty. Better off releasing the masked pee-pee, you know? Did he do that? Did he put a mask on his wee-wee? That'd be crazy, man. I would want to see it. I would just be out of curiosity, obviously. Not out of any kind of gratification. That would be weird as hell. Right? That'd be fucking... Right? Would that be? Guys, do you think that would be weird or...
Chaos in super chatted $5. Hello paternal abdomen.
What's up, buddy?
This is not my first time catching your stream.
Nice.
Happy opposite day.
Very good. I appreciate that, brother.
Before my face reveal, not even most of my best friends that had known me my entire life, let alone
You
someone
can't wait for people to stop being obsessed with this topic. Yeah, everybody's obsessed with grooming and sexual assault. It's actually fucking insane. It's insane because what's going to happen is like 5 years from now, everybody that like opened up about their grooming or sexual assault stories or like grooming or like, you know, whether they are real or not, they're going to have like additional trauma just piled on top of it because not everything is meant for public deliberation. You know, let's say you do have like a legitimate issue associated with you. Like feedback is very important when it comes to expressing a potentially traumatic instance. And so like when you put something out there, here's the thing: when you go to a therapist, a good therapist, you go there, you express your issue, and your therapist listens to you, and they don't over affirm, they don't under affirm, and there's a reason for that because when you're in a very emotionally vulnerable state, you're very open to any form of manipulation, whether it's intentional or not, or we'll say you're malleable. So if you go on the internet and say this thing happened to me, and people are giving you the feedback of like, oh my god, that's horrible, like you must be in a horrible space, it's going to devastate you. Obviously, it's the same thing. Like fundamentally, we understand this with like babies. I'm not calling people with trauma babies, but we're all human beings with human interaction. And so, like, you know how a baby, you can pretend to hit their head against the wall and go, "Oh, are you okay?" And they start crying. Like, that's kind of what's happening here. Like, we are very emotionally fragile creatures sometimes, especially, well, obviously when you're in a very emotionally fragile state. And we know people can be very malleable. It's the same thing as like your parents who used to get beat horribly by their parents, and they go, "That's just the times," because that's how their brain affirms it, because the whole society back then under affirmed that type of abuse, right? And so like we understand that under affirmation exists, over affirmation also exists, and you have to be very careful. And that's one of the huge problems with like with the way that we talk about sexual assault and grooming on the internet, right? It gets very toxic. You know, because then there's people who might be uncomfortable with something that's not grooming or sexual assault, and it's justifiable. And then they come out and they come out with the story, and all of a sudden people label it that, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, wait a minute, is that true?" And they start to change their memories. Like you can't go back in the past. The past does not exist except for through your interpretation of in your mind, as well as physical interpretation. Most events that have happened in your life, there's no proof that they really happened for the most part. So you now have a memory of what happened. And again, when you're in an emotionally vulnerable state and people are telling you a certain thing, it absolutely can change your perspective on what happened and make you think something happened that may not have actually happened. It's a very complicated, it's just very complicated. And so that's one of the biggest problems with coming forward with your either potential trauma or even just justifiable grievance, because it's going to be taken and weaponized by a lot of people and turned into something that it may not be, a lot of times for attention and for clout. And so I feel bad for the people who are the ones getting manipulated, the ones that are coming forward with a story. And you see this all the time, coming forward with a story, and they're like, "Hey, this really upset me and bothered me." And then people going, "Oh my God," either nothing happened, or "Oh my God, this is the worst thing to ever happen," and create incentive pipelines so that individual can maximize profit off of the sensationalized trauma that they are basically creating in another person or potentially another creator. And it's like very delicate. Mental health is like very delicate. People don't respect it the way that it needs to be respected. So like this whole obsession with this whole thing, it's just fucking crazy beans. So
Don't even remember talking to it.
Yeah, you don't necessarily remember the actions. You definitely remember how you felt. That's for sure.
She posted a screenshot of some texts and claimed that they were from me. She showed a screenshot of my TikTok being from your contacts to try and prove that the texts were from me, which people quickly pointed out isn't possible because I have a Google Voice number hooked up to my TikTok, which isn't iMessage like the text. And again, she never claimed any sexual misconduct. She never claimed anything related to nudity or sexting. This was also in early 2020, and she had 18 in her bio. With everything and all the inconsistencies, wasn't taking that seriously. But it's still worth noting because people still somehow say this is one of 3 victims of mine. So yeah, before talking about the next allegation, I just want to address something that I think is pretty important. I see some people say, why respond to fans at all? Or that it doesn't matter what Dream said. The fact that he responded to a fan is creepy. And
this is also another thing that we talk about on the internet that's like so annoying, is that on the one, let's just talk about the evolution of it. Historically, fans and creators didn't interact for several reasons. One was because everybody who was an influencer or celebrity back then had a manager that told them exactly how they should respond to different things. That's shifted. People don't have managers. There are now micro influencers. So right off the bat, people aren't going to understand like how you're supposed to interact with your fans, especially if you're not trying to be full of yourself. If you're trying to be a more down-to-earth type of content creator, you may want to respond to fans. Now, I think that it can be very difficult to respond to fans correctly, especially younger fans, right? I just don't really respond to anybody. That's the great part about me. I don't fuck
Mountain
all
U
you.
Code
Fuck
Albino
all
super
you.
chatted $1.99. Hey Papa, first time watching, love your content.
Thank you. I love you too. But those boundaries are still being navigated. Additionally, social media just exists. It's never used to exist. And so people are navigating the correct way to interact with different people. And another problem too is that like when you meet somebody in person, it's very easy to go, "Oh, you are this." You can instantaneously or pretty quickly gauge that person's competent level. on the internet is very different. You're talking through text. It's usually more vague. You may not know the capabilities of an individual person. And so it almost disconnects you, right? And this, it's still inappropriate, but like you may be talking to somebody that's young and not know it, or you maybe even know it, but they seem more mature. It's not a good excuse. It doesn't mean that what you did is okay. I'm not talking about sexually, by the way. I'm just talking about like regular interacting. But it's another level of disconnect that you might like talk to somebody and divulge information you shouldn't divulge. Again, I'm talking in a non-sexual manner. If you sexually talk to a child, you're a complete fucking disgusting piece of shit. I'm just speaking vaguely. Like, let's say a content creator, like a fan reached out, like, oh my God, I love your content so much. Like, oh, that's really cool too. Like, how are you? And then like, I've had people reach out to me and say like, oh, I was sexually this when I was a kid, or I was sexually this when I was an adult, or whatever. And like, I get very uncomfortable. And some people might feel inclined to engage with that, being, oh my God, I'm so sorry, blah, 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 and really talk. And for me personally, I just think that that's inappropriate because I like, that's a lot. And I'm not a therapist, so I'm not trying to have a specific conversation with you about your sexual abuse. If you do divulge it to me, don't like, and you're listening right now, don't feel self-conscious about that. I'm just saying that that's the boundary I create. But I can understand why somebody might respond to that. Be like, oh my God, that's horrible, and start having a personal and bonding with you over that because they are human and they feel bad. There's so many different things that are so disconnected, and they can be very difficult to navigate. And that's just so much that's so complicated when it comes to the way that you interact with people on the internet, especially even your fans. It's just so complicated. And we learn more every day, and we act like yesterday we all knew the same information. But it's a real big problem that we have nowadays is the assignment of today's morals onto yesterday. Especially since the last 10 years, 10, 15 years, I'd argue, we moved drastically. We moved drastically in our understanding and knowledge of different social issues and just understanding of people in general. That was greater than the generation before us learned from like 50 years before that. You know, we have the internet now. Massive amounts of information just being flooded into people's brains, and we're learning so much every day. So, you know, there's a lot. Again, it's very complicated topic.
People saying that are missing a little bit of nuance. First of all, back when I started YouTube in 2019, obviously I had a very small community, even moving into mid-2020 before the Dream SMP. It's very common that when you have a smaller community, you're trying to grow your community. And part of how you do that is by interacting with people and responding and being active. I've always been pretty active in my community, and when I was really small...
Yeah, I mean, like I used to on TikTok, I used to like everybody's comments when I first was starting. Like I would like them all, and I would respond to people and stuff. Like I don't do that anymore. And it might seem rude, but I try not to. Like I try to disconnect myself, except for on the streams. Because also it can be very overwhelming when you open yourself up always to everybody to always talk to you. So that's why I sit on stream and I'm talking on stream, and this is where I'll get a little more personal. But in DMs, I try not to. I really just don't do that. And in comments, I don't really respond. Like I try. It's just for my own fucking mental health. It's better to not respond. So.
I used to respond to just about literally everyone that DM'd me, even if it was just one-word answers. Obviously later on, and as I grew, I replied less and less, and things evolved over time with my fan base growth. Like, as an example, when I started my public Snapchat in 2019, I ran the account, but in early 2020, because I was growing, I completely passed the reins off to someone else, and pretty much never logged into it ever again.
Hi, I would like to remain anonymous, so I'm just going to be calling myself Rebecca. I used to run Dream Snapchat starting in 2020. I did that for probably around a year, and I would like read through all the messages, and I'd screenshot art or funny comments, and I would respond when it was appropriate. There is definitely nothing weird going on this account. Dream hardly even logged into it, and it was mainly me. He never used it inappropriately, and although I no longer work for Dream, I am not aware of him ever acting inappropriate with fans or anyone underage.
Okay, cool.
Most, if not all, of the Snapchats I posted since then have been through the manager account feature, meaning I use my normal Snapchat and post to my other account like a story, without even ever logging in or seeing any messages. I think that when people talk about messaging or becoming friends with a fan, most people are thinking of a stan or a super obsessive fan, because what makes you a fan? Having watched one video, 2 videos, 10, being subscribed? There's levels to it. My point being that when you're talking about messaging someone and it being weird, there has to be a weird dynamic. Obviously, a streamer that's subscribed to me and has watched my videos in the past and DMs me should not be looked at the same as a random person that does the exact same thing. I've had fans of mine turn into friends of mine, but I don't go seeking out.
Yeah, true. I mean, like when you have another creator reach out to you, it is also different than just some random person who reaches out to you. I agree with that. Absolutely.
Just with people who have obsessions with me. There's a difference between a fan of mine who reacts to my videos because they're entertaining and makes some content about me because that's what gets views that I end up becoming friends with, than a random stan that posts thirst edits of me. Obviously a massive difference. There's a difference between a random stan in your Twitch chat that watches every stream because they love you, and a regular viewer that's in your community because they have common interests with you that you end up becoming friends with. And at that point, they're no longer a fan. They're a friend. And in some cases, becoming some of the most beloved couples on the internet. My point is
cringe, actually.
there's a lot of nuance. I think it's a responsibility of a creator to be able to recognize dynamics, avoid any weird ones. You can't just look at the fact that somebody follows you or has watched a couple of your videos and write them off as, oh, they're a fan, therefore we can have no conversation. I was also fans of a lot of my friends before I became friends with them. A lot of people that I ended up hiring as editors or artists or really anything are fans. And then of course you can become friends. Again, the whole point is that there's a lot of specifics to it. You can't just...
I mean, all this is fair. I do think that like we are still trying to explore the correct boundaries on like how people should interact with the internet. And there can be friendships that are created through fans. Like, I understand that as, like, you know, obviously, like, appropriate age range makes sense. And then there's, like, a slightly different dynamic if you have, like, a fan or if you have, like, another creator. You know what I mean? Like, you might bond over that, even if they're younger or something. It's whatever. As long as, again, we're not talking about in sexual capacities. I feel like people go right to that because they're fucking online little brats. But, you know, but I get it. Yeah, sure, whatever.
Write somebody off completely. But again, that's fans. That's not stans. Otherwise, moving back to the next very important thing. Now, the second allegation is what I'm going to talk about in extreme detail. Second allegation came out soon after the first and said that the first allegation was why they were sharing their story. It was from a girl that claims that when she was 17, we inappropriately messaged. This did not happen. Let's get into the details. On September 23rd, 2020, Amanda messaged me from her personal Instagram account, sending a message that was clearly a fan message. She thanked me for saving her life, and I replied to this message. In September of 2020, I was a lot smaller than I am now, so I got a lot less DMs, and I was much...
All right, so this is 2020. So he was like 21, and this person was 17, supposedly. Yeah, I mean, like, listen, I'm not a big fan of like 21 and 17. I wouldn't call it predatory. I'd call it inappropriate. I still think it would be wrong. 20 and 17, I don't think it's a big deal at all. So, like, even if it is true, I don't really care necessarily. I mean, I would say, like, oh, that's inappropriate. Like, intentions do matter. And if somebody's intention was to, like, exploit a child, that's obviously disgusting. I don't think that 21 and 17, even if it is true, is instantaneously I'm trying to exploit something out of a child, as much as it is like, this is very inappropriate, and you need to learn why it's inappropriate for a 21-year-old and 17-year-old to be interacting. I think that those are two different things. So I don't think that everything that's inappropriate has to be predatory, has to have predatory attached to it. I think that's a very common misconception from the internet, that like everything that's inappropriate must be predatory. Like, it can't just be inappropriate boundaries that people need to come to the understanding of. Like, they have to assign intentionality to it. But okay.
Much more active in like the fan communities and replying to people, and all I replied was, oh.
But you don't understand, Bob. Thinking of the power dynamic, yeah. I fucking hate the power dynamic argument. It's so stupid. Like, power dynamics exist everywhere. The existence of one doesn't necessarily create an abusive one. Right? Like, your parents have a power dynamic over you. That doesn't mean that they're abusing you because they tell you to go to bed. You know what I mean? So these things have to be understood. There's power dynamics between men and women. If you are going to use a power dynamic argument, what you're saying is like, oh, and women can't date. You know, there's different power dynamics in different races, depending on where you live, depending on which one like might have a little bit more social equity. You know, based on different historical racisms and oppressions. You know, there's power dynamics between different levels of substance abuse as well. Like, if you dated somebody that's a drug abuse, like that uses drugs, like you could argue that you have a power dynamic over them because you're sober. Where the fuck does it end, right? People need to have. I know you're trolling me, but I wanted to bring it up because I feel like that is like an actual dumb fucking argument somebody would bring up. That's like uneducated about this. I would just bring up power dynamics and be like, yeah, power dynamic exists. You're a bad person, you know. I feel like it's necessary. Oh, got him.
Oh, thank you for the kind words. And then I also replied, glad to make you smile, after she followed up with the message. I put a transcript of every Instagram message that I've ever sent her, linked in the description. It might not be every message that she sent me, because there's proof that she deleted Instagram messages to me. An old TikTok of hers has messages from me that wasn't in her post with the accusations when she showed our messages, but my transcript tried to include those and piece it together. But again, it might not be all of them because I don't know what she deleted. I only know what she deleted from the thing she accidentally showed in her old TikTok of the deleted messages. Amanda, on the other hand, how are you doing, Dream? September 25th. The next day I replied, I'm good. Thank you. How are you? Amanda, the same day, replied, I'm doing okay. Could be better. Could be worse. Thank you for asking. Amanda replied, how's your kitty doing? I love cats. I replied and said she's doing amazing. September 28th, so 3 days later, Amanda said, Dream, I need some advice. I'm trying to become a small streamer on Twitch, but not a single person joins my streams. How do I get an audience?
What you need to do is you need to make Twitch and TikTok clips. Honestly, that's what you need to do. Or excuse me, TikTok clips. You need to use TikTok. TikTok is a very, as much as you might not like the platform, TikTok is a very influential platform. You need to use shorts content. You need to get yourself out there. YouTube Shorts, TikToks, Twitch, YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram. Maybe Snapchat. I don't really know too much about Snapchat. I also don't know too much about how good Instagram is. Those could potentially, or God, I'm so dumb. Twitter, so many different ones. You know, but these are the things that you want to heavily consider to get yourself out there. Like, understand that if you're trying to be a streamer, that you are not Moist Critical, you are not Asmongold, you are not any of these popular people who can sit on stream all day and play games for 12 hours. If you want to evolve, you need to put in significant amounts of work to get yourself out there. So half of the time, half of your streaming is half of your workload as a streamer as a small streamer will be not streaming. It'll be doing your best to get yourself out there through different clips on TikTok and all these other shorts form content. That's what you need, and even long form content too. You want to try to do like a segment and whatnot. There's a lot that goes into it. So
October 2nd, so a few days later, I replied and said, try and play with your friends maybe, post clips to Reddit and stuff, and then she replied and said, okay, thank you, with a heart. The next day she messaged me again and said, Dream.
Yeah, sure, I guess Reddit. I hate Reddit, but sure, that's another one.
Would you ever consider playing Among Us with me? XD. I guess this was during the Among Us craze. We're still in 2020. October 5th, 2020, I replied, maybe, heart. Amanda said, LL, I'll take the maybe.
Okay. I mean, it sounds like Amanda's trying to fucking clout chase off a Dream and like hope that he associates. Like at that point, I wouldn't even associate with that person because literally the only reason you're talking to me is so that you could fucking poach information to become like popular or try to get me to like play with you for like attention and shit. So why the fuck would I want to do that?
That would be sick. I didn't reply. This is a month and a little bit later. Amanda said, hi, Dream. And then she sent another message that was deleted after she made the allegations. We don't know what it was. We only know the last couple characters. And again, we only know it exists because she messed up and included it in an old TikTok of hers. And then I replied and later and said, hi. Amanda said, how are you? November 16th. So that's another few days later. I replied and said, good. How about you? She replied and said, I'm pretty good. Thank you. November 30th. So, another 2 weeks later. Amanda said, hi, Dream. I want to actually become a streamer like you and your friends. I'm just so uneducated on what supplies I need. Can you recommend me all the products I need to successfully stream? Like computer?
Yeah, you need a computer that can handle OBS and you stream. Like, well, that's another thing. You don't need to get amazing equipment. You can get a solid, just HD, like 1080p webcam for like $50 now. You can get like a whatever computer. You don't need a whole lot. You can look at the chat on your phone while you leave your phone plugged in. Hold on. But yes, sorry, I'm texting my mom. You don't need a whole lot. If you can't get popular on like okay equipment, you're not going to get popular. Like the rest of the stuff is all just extra. If you're not entertaining in 1080p, you're not going to be entertaining in 4K. I'm just letting you know that. When I blew up on TikTok, in 2020, funny enough. It was one like a fucking $170 smartphone. It was a piece of shit. It was like a Samsung Galaxy J3 or something, or whatever. Like that's just a reality, and so you need to face it, and it should be a good thing. You should engage with that, understand that, because that's a good thing. You don't have to put a massive investment. Like most times, you could probably spend $1,000 on a computer, and it'll be good enough for you to stream. You don't need to stream the most amazing high definition video games. That's not going to be the make or break for if you're entertaining or not. You know what I mean? Like it's going to be, are you funny? People are going to watch. Some of my lowest quality clips on TikTok are like the biggest hits that are just ridiculously low quality. They look like dog shit. They still hit. Are you funny? Are you smart? Are you really good at a specific game? These are the things you want to focus on. Nobody's like, wow, this guy has really good video quality. This is amazing. That's a seasoning. That's not the main course.
Cam, mic, headset, etc. You have no idea how I would appreciate it. December 5th, 2020. So like a week later, I replied and said, almost everything I have was recommended by Bad Boy Halo. Haha. Amanda replied, and she sent another message that she deleted after she made the allegations. That again, we won't know what it was. December 26th, so almost a month later, Amanda sent a video. We don't know what the video was. I don't think it was opened. I don't know though. I didn't reply. January 5th, Amanda said again, hi Dream, I just want to say happy late New Year and Merry Christmas. Congratulations on everything you've accomplished this year. I hope I am fortunate enough one day to be as successful as you. If you can tell me what kind of computer you have, that'd be great. January 16th, so 11 days later, I replied, thank you. Amanda replied, deleted message, and then part of it was, how are you? But obviously I didn't reply. April 13th.
Yeah, it sounds like Amanda was trying to get information out of Dream to become successful, and then Dream wasn't super receptive because, that's weird. And then she got upset and wanted to cloud chase off of him. Like, okay, like how unexpected.
So a long time later, Amanda messaged me again and said, hi. I replied, hi. Amanda said, how are you? I said, decent. How are you? She said, I'm all right. Thank you. Then she said, I heard some snippets of the song you're working on, and I really like it. You have a really nice singing voice. I replied on April 14th. Thank you. So that was the next day. She said, you're welcome. And then December 26th, so that was like a long time later, she messaged me and said, Merry late Christmas, heart. I didn't reply. January 10th, she messaged me and said, hi, my Snapchat was banned and I have no friends. How are you? I replied 2 days later and said, how TF does a Snapchat get banned? Amanda replied and said, I'm pretty sure it's because I posted videos of me smoking, but all my memories from 2014 are gone. So sad. I replied the next day and said, damn. And then she replied that same day and said, yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, I mean, Dream is clearly just like not really interested in talking to this person. Clearly they've identified that they're kind of like a little bit of a clout chaser, and they don't really want to talk to this person, which is understandable. What the fuck's my mouth? So yeah, and like they're still talking to them for some reason. Like, yeah, clearly that's it. That's what I've identified this as. It doesn't seem like that big of a deal. Okay.
Your holidays. I replied the next day and said, good, how about you? And then Amanda replied that same day and said, pretty good. You may be wondering at this point, why are you replying to her? You You seem
Probably because you feel bad. Like, that's pretty normal. I would just not feel bad, but I understand feeling bad by not replying.
Really disinterested. You're taking days or weeks to reply, and then when you do reply, it's very dry. Well, Instagram has a really stupid feature that makes it so that once you've replied to someone's DMs once, you can't remove their ability to personally message you unless you block them. You cannot be following them. You can delete them from your inbox. They can still message you and pop up in your notifications. I'm showing an example on screen of my DM.
You could always restrict their account, and they won't know that. They don't think you banned them or anything, and their stuff won't show up anymore. Like, you can do that. I do that too. I've done that before to a couple people. Like, whatever.
Continuing to pop up on my alt account just to show how it works. Obviously, given I replied to Amanda back in 2020 when I had a much smaller community, she was stuck in my inbox for the rest of time. You can temporarily delete someone from your inbox, and it deletes all of your message history to them for you, but they can still message you, with now a blank DM history. So at one point, wanting her to stop DMing me, I swiped her out of my inbox multiple times. It's actually completely provable that I did do this. I'm showing a video of my Instagram DMs to Amanda now, where they start in December of 2021, much later than her original DMs. Because you can't delete other people's individual messages and you can only delete entire conversations, this proves 100% that I was trying to delete her ability to message me in 2021. It also shows a problem. The only messages that I can see from Amanda were from December 2021 onward. I had no context or recollection of her original messages to me that made it clear that she was a really big fan. I don't remember everyone that messages me, who they are, where I know them from, so on. She messaged me from her personal Instagram, had no connections to any fan accounts, didn't send me any more fan messages, and she had DM'd me many times talking about content creation and streaming, some of which she deleted. She seemed very normal, friendly, and implied strongly that she was overage. What I thought about her age doesn't matter that much because nothing inappropriate happened, but it does matter.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not talking to them in that capacity, who cares? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I guess you could still ask age, but, you know, it doesn't really seem like he has any personal anything with this person. Again, even if he did, like, the 4-year age gap might be inappropriate, 17, 21. But it's not going to instantly assume predatory. So, especially since they didn't even establish age. So, okay.
Show my mindset because I don't go around befriending underage girls or people that are obsessed with me or my content. To the best of my knowledge, she was neither. Continuing with the transcript, now we get to the very end, which was our first real conversation. This one was about music, which makes sense. It's something I'm really passionate about.
I mean, if they were friends, 17, 21 is not like a weird friendship age, is it? Like, that doesn't seem like that big of a deal, especially in a content creator space. Like, I have a couple friends that are like in their low 20s because they're content creators. I wouldn't really see super friends because I don't really have a lot of friends in general. But like, if you're a content creator, it's a little bit of a different platform. It's like somebody you work with. It's like the fucking 60-year-old woman that works at Walmart with the 18-year-old kid, and they become friends. You know what I mean? Like, it really depends on what the context of why you're a friend is. If you're friends with somebody because you work together with them, like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, it doesn't matter at all. If you're friends with somebody, like, if you're just randomly for that, could be weird. But, you know, all these things, you take all these into account. Like, Gail Lewis probably has friends that are like 18 because Gail Lewis is fucking awesome and worked at Walmart and was the greatest Walmart employee. And I'm surprised that Walmart hasn't responded by trying to, like, get her back. Like, I don't understand it. So.
At the time, I was working on a song called Trust Issues and some other random music projects. And in the middle of us talking about music, I gave her my Snapchat. I said, add me on Snapchat. And she said, sure thing, just add it.
Why don't I have real friends? I just don't fucking care about friends. I don't really care. I'm not cringe. I'm pretty much very alone to myself. So.
I was sharing music snippets with a bunch of people at the time, and as we were talking about music, I wanted to share them with her. And I'm obviously not going to send snippets of a new song over Instagram. Now, I've pretty much always used Snapchat as one of my main forms of communication. It was actually the first social media I ever got because a friend of mine wanted to start a streak with me. And it's something I started using a lot more when I became faceless on YouTube. Because yeah, stuff is deleted. You don't have to stress over people analyzing or leaking everything you say. And for me, even for something as simple as a picture of my cat, people used to zoom into my cat's eyes to look at the reflection to try and dox me. This was not uncommon at all. So of course I felt much more comfortable using Snapchat during this period. Especially
that's just fucking weird, brother.
With people that I wasn't great friends with, but even with my best friends. Now let's go over her actual claims in detail. Amanda claims that after I added her on Snapchat on January 17th, 2022, that we started sexting. She showed that her birthday, when she would turn 18, is on February 17th, exactly a month later. She claims that we sexted from around the 17th of January, the day I added her on Snapchat, to the 10th of February.
So she was like a month from turning 18? Okay.
And that it stopped. She said that while she was still underage, we exchanged nudes. Her evidence of this was 2 photos of supposedly me from after she was 18 complimenting her. Her final important claim was that she traveled to Orlando in August and that we planned to meet up and have sex. And I just want to make sure that I blatantly deny this before continuing. None of this is true. And now I'm going into more detail. Now, unfortunately, because she didn't provide any proof of these things, it's difficult to be specific about some of the things she claimed. It's much easier to completely make up that something happened than it is to prove that it never did. Like if I said right now, prove to me 100% that you never sexted a specific person that you've had on Snapchat at any point, it would be impossible to do. But what I can do is lay out all the inconsistencies, talk about the proven lies, the specifics, point out questions that were never asked, and provide all of the evidence that I have. And I believe that luckily, that's way more than enough. So first, I want to talk about the timeline. Every contact we've ever had with each other before January 17th is the Instagram DMs, which I just read to you, which are now all public in their entirety in the description of this video, other than the messages that she deleted. She claims that sexting started around January 17th and that sexting stopped February 10th.
So from the 17th to maybe February 10th is the time frame where we were sexting.
So even if we say that it started a couple weeks before it stopped, you'd have to believe that every message you've just seen, we went from that to sexting days later in 2022 before my face reveal. Even if you want to give her the max.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. Maybe you got that dog in you. I don't know. I don't know.
Some benefit of doubt and say that she confused the timeline. She turned 18 on the 17th, 1 week after she claimed the sexting stopped, so there's not much leeway. Secondly, we can talk about her Twitter. She tweeted out defending me from hate on my face reveal 10 days before the allegations, and was liking my tweets, including a subscriber milestone tweet 2 days before she tweeted her allegations. With the timing of the face reveal and her allegation, my belief is that there was a lot of hate and that it's easy to get spiteful and join in on a hate train. I had ignored multiple of her Instagram DMs and Snapchat messages in recent months, and I had also made a new Snapchat.
Yeah, because she's a fucking, like, she's a weirdo. Like, of course.
That I didn't add her on. I still used my old Snapchat occasionally, but I just rarely responded. That's my only real explanation for why she flipped so quickly from being publicly positive to me to lying about me, but I guess I'll never really know. Thirdly, the only photos she showed as proof that I groomed her were both pictures from based on her own evidence after she was 18, meaning even if we give her the benefit of doubt and assume everything she's provided is real and truthful, she was 18 when these messages would have been sent, and I had no context to the fact that she was more than a small streamer.
Why do you think the term sexting is so dumb?
But on top of that, I unblocked her Snapchat, went through our Snapchat chats, and couldn't find either of the messages that she was talking about. I also downloaded all of our Snapchat logs using the Snapchat data tool, which she can do as well, and neither of the compliments that she showed were in the logs. Now, honestly, this is pretty useless information because there's almost no messages in the logs at all, but it's still extremely weird that she was asked for these logs many times. It takes 5 minutes to download, and she never did it. Probably because it doesn't support what she was saying. On top of those things, from everything she had told me, she was 19, and we had no inappropriate contact. The context of these messages would be a 22-year-old creator calling a 19-year-old streamer gorgeous on a birthday post while giving her a gift card as a birthday present. Finally, she said that we planned to meet up and have sex in August when she was in Orlando.
It was suggested that we meet up and have sex. I was either going to have him come to the resort I was at, or he was going to pick me up and bring him to his house.
First of all, this was before my face reveal. I did not leave my house. I was massively paranoid. I was not meeting up with a random person I had just met 2 months before my face reveal, let alone at a resort, which is what
Maybe. Okay. I mean, if this is the whole rest of the thing, like this entire situation. Oh no, it's not. Okay, because I feel like I believe him. Again, what's the worst case scenario is that he might have sex with an 18-year-old. I don't. Like, okay.
her claim was. I'm gonna go ahead and
I believe that bitch just be wilding in this specific scenario. Yeah, I think that's reasonable to say. Yeah.
play a phone call with my mom just to give you some perspective from before my face reveal. How many times do you think that I left the house between 2021 and my face reveal?
Wow, I don't know, 3? Maybe 4.
What did I leave the house
You're
for
weirdo,
whenever I
bro.
left the house?
Why do you leave your house
Well,
more?
I know
Stupid
you
fuck.
went to the dentist 3 times, and then I think one other time was when you had the kidney stones. So
Oh yeah,
we went
you're
to
the hospital.
I think those were the only times you left the house, and we were worried because we didn't want you to call 911 because we didn't even know if they would come because of all the fake swattings and everything. So I had to come get you and take you to the
That's true.
hospital.
Damn.
So it was probably 5 times that you left.
Okay, what was the process when we did leave the house? What was the process like?
Crazy. I pulled into the garage, shut the garage door. You would get in the back seat, way back of the van, with a blanket over yourself.
I guess it's worth it though, because this kid's like a millionaire, so mom and dad are probably fucking bankrolling, baby. Probably making that fucking money.
And you wouldn't come out from under the blanket until we were on the highway.
I was a little paranoid.
A little bit.
What was the inside of the house like? What precautions did we take?
Bro, there's no way I'm
Oh
not
my
gonna
gosh,
get
it was
this.
like
I
a cave.
fucking snapped out, dude.
Every
What the
window
hell?
was covered, even the high windows that were arches. We had to like tape curtains over them so that even a drone wouldn't be able to see in. Everything was covered. Yeah, so we had the banker come to the house because you wouldn't go out of the house, but we needed to set up bank accounts. Whatever it was that needed to happen, we were the ones that did it so that you didn't have to go out.
Okay,
Wow.
thank you, Mom.
If this guy was poor, he would be like the weirdest incel in the world. Isn't that fucking crazy? The only thing that separates this guy from like an actual incel is that he's got money.
Welcome, I love you.
Love you too. Bye. Again, as you can probably tell, what she claims definitely didn't happen. Either she's telling the truth and her story makes sense, or she's not, and it doesn't. Now, some other stuff to note. After her allegations, she deleted a lot of evidence. She unliked a lot of tweets she had liked. She deleted replies of hers on Twitter and TikTok that hurt her credibility or contradicted what she was saying. She deleted Instagram DMs to me and only got caught because she accidentally showed them in an old TikTok of hers, and that's all completely factual and documented. Later, she was bragging on TikTok, calling people doubting her jealous, saying, "I'm gorgeous and my favorite YouTuber thought so too." It's giving jealous.
Oh, got him. It's giving jealousy vibes. Slay Queen. Yes, please.
Not treating the serious situation that she claimed happened seriously at all.
Really isn't serious, even if it's true, to be honest with you. It doesn't really seem like a big deal that like a fucking is like that the idea that they sexted when she like right when she turned 18. I don't care. Like what
People also found old tweets of hers where she was replying very inappropriately to other streamer friends
deviously lick my nuts. Whatever you say.
of mine. She was even banned in one of my friend's chats for saying she wanted to sit on his face. These accounts weren't linked to her Instagram, so I would have had no idea.
Damn. It's gotta be embarrassing to be a young girl. Because I talked to my wife. I feel like this is common for a lot of young girls or older women will look back and be like, damn, when I was young, I was like I was always trying to like talk to older guys. And it's like, obviously older guys that will respond back are the actual problem, but it's got to be embarrassing when you think back about that. Like all the weird shit that you used to do, all the attention you used to beg for when you were young, you know, you stupid idiots.
about them. She also replied to fans of mine questioning her with slurs. She also said that she was going to lie and tell me that she was 18, but that she changed her mind, I guess.
So I was going to lie and tell him I was 18.
She said she would provide proof of the fact that she told me she was 17 and that I still sexted her tomorrow.
But I didn't, and that proof will come out tomorrow.
And guess what? She never posted proof, because this never happened. She tweeted out thanking people for all the support and claimed at the end that I deleted our DMs, right as she tweeted this. And specifically said, my end too, which means her DMs too. Well, I just want to point out that this is impossible. There's not a single mainstream social media platform that lets you delete both people's messages. And we only had each other on Instagram and Snapchat, where you can't do that on either. She claimed that she was laughing and was going to prove people wrong with pictures of my penis, to which, again, never happened.
How big is it? Got a nice chode? I'm fucking curious, dude.
Lastly, she tweeted saying that she's getting the law involved and going to the police. Said she's going to put me in jail unless I confess. She said she would provide more evidence. She didn't. She said
wouldn't him confessing put him in jail? Like, makes no sense.
Upload her Snapchat logs. She didn't. She said she would sue me. She didn't. And now I'm making this video. She provided absolutely no proof for any of her claims and said that she...
Yep, and she had a pretty big dent, put a dent in this guy's career. Isn't it crazy how you can... It's interesting that we always talk about the power dynamics between large, like, content creators and, like, their fans, but we never talk about the power dynamic between that fan being able to say whatever the fuck they want without any real evidence or proof or out of context, and then they get away with it even when they're wrong, even when they're proven wrong. It's fucking great. How the fuck did I lose? Are you kidding me? I'm gonna literally stick a hot poker in my cock. What the fuck are you talking about? How the fuck did I lose?
She didn't have any because she wanted her favorite YouTuber to trust her, which could be a completely valid argument, except the pictures that she posted were from a second phone, meaning there was no risk of me knowing. She was taking pictures of compliments from a second phone, but has no evidence of anything sexual, has no evidence of us planning to meet up and have sex, apparently from after these pictures were secretly taken, has no evidence of a singular inappropriate message from me or her, or even anything at all that isn't a story reply from Snapchat's story page of all your friends. What's more likely? She happens to have no evidence of anything she's claiming, even from things she claimed happened after she was taking pictures secretly using a second phone, or she doesn't have any evidence because it didn't happen. She factually deleted and hid messages. She factually lied about me deleting messages that I didn't. She called people doubting her jealous of her, was banned from streamers' chats before this for posting sexual things, and she lied about having specific pieces of evidence that she never provided because they don't exist. If she's willing to factually lie, cover up, and hide things, how can you trust anything else she says as being representative of the truth?
Well, she's also a woman, so why would I trust anything she has to say? Like, you have to consider that as well.
Once again, she said she was going to take legal action. She then tweeted a picture of the inside of a police station and also said she'll come back with more evidence. To be patient.
Damn, you think she went there, or was that Google image reverse searched?
That it's a process and that it could be days. And that's her last tweet. It's been almost a year and a half now. Obviously, nothing happened. I waited and waited. Then I got impatient. So I asked my legal team to look more into it. They got all of her information, and after filing many requests, they couldn't find anything. So, annoyed and still impatient, I asked them to get more specific. And after a lot of digging, my legal team was able to track down exactly where this picture is from based on the colors of the walls, the cameras, and a plaque outside the door.
A YMCA.
Then had someone go to the police station and requested specific records from this specific police station. And checked every record they could, criminal and civil.
I didn't find anything under either one of those names.
And there was no information at all. I was not even in their system.
So you're not listed in my system at all.
So if you want to believe everything she said, you have to believe either one of these two things. Either one, she lied, this photo is fake, she never filed anything, and if she's lying about that, why would she not be lying about literally everything else? Or two, the picture is real, and whatever story she...
I was betting on that pony, dude. I was hoping she wasn't lying, dude. I was like, wow, this girl, sounds like a truth teller. She's got to be telling that truth. She's a teller of truths. What the fuck? And now she lied to us? I can't believe it, dude. Fucking I'm flabbergasted. I can't believe that would happen, dude. No fucking way. No fucking way, dude. I can't believe it, Dream. You must be part of the deep state. You must be part of the deep state, dude. This is fucking crazy.
She told didn't even meet the minimum required standard of proof to file a single piece of paperwork that my legal team could find in over a year and a half. I also sent a photocopy of my driver's license identification to this specific police station, a copy of Amanda's information, and let them know I was happy to answer any questions. To which, again, nothing ever happened. Not a single question, there was not a single case, accusation, or anything substantial enough to even have me in any system. And inevitably, when after this video, she makes another thread or another post reiterating the same lies that she has already said, or promising even more things that she never follows through on, go to the police, or sue me. The standard of proof for you suing me is only proving that it's more likely than not that you're telling the truth. 51%. Come take my money. But she won't. Because if she does, they're not going to treat it like it's Twitter. She's going to have to address all the lies. She's going to have to address all the inconsistencies. She's going to have to address her weird comments, her false promises.
Sounds kind of sexist of this guy to expect a woman to have to actually have proof, dude. Like, come on. But you're a fucking ally, dude. What the hell's going on here?
Character, and most importantly, be held accountable in her real life for what she's saying. This isn't online drama. This is real life stuff. There are real victims that have been manipulated, abused, and taken advantage of. Amanda, you are hurting actual victims. You are diminishing the very real trauma that victims of grooming and abuse have gone through. You are making it harder for real victims of abuse to come forward. You are not...
Well, that's the thing, again, online. Like, that's the hip thing to do now, is call everything grooming and come out with... everything's grooming online now. You get like, there are legitimate, for some reason, there are like legitimate structures that are set up that will give people clout if they come out with a grooming allegation that does not really have any weight to it. It's fucking crazy. So,
victim. You are not doing a good thing. No matter how terrible you think I am, or that the ends justify the means, you are hurting victims. Just in case this video isn't enough for you to realize that, check your mailbox. And that's all I have to say about these allegations. Now, before continuing with other stuff, I want to talk a little bit about what happened after these allegations. After these allegations and after my face reveal, I'll be honest, I lost a lot of motivation. I distanced myself from Minecraft, and I even thought about quitting and retiring. Of course, it was pretty scary, and I just wanted to be able to upload Minecraft videos and have fun with my friends without worrying about people trying to ruin my life or attack my family or make up lies about me. And after all the swatting and doxing and fake allegations, it really just felt not worth it anymore. But also, I'd basically been stuck inside for the majority of the last 4 years, so I just thought I'd step back for a little bit. I traveled with my friends, I met a lot of creators for the first time, I worked on music, had my tour, and really just stepped back from my online life. And I feel like during this time, I really disappointed a lot of my friends and their fans as a result. I didn't spend as much time on the finale of the Dream SMP as I should have. I wasn't good at communicating about anything, really, including important stuff for some people. I wasn't very inactive on everything, and I pretty much isolated myself from most creators that weren't in my immediate circle. There was a looming cloud over
that makes sense, yeah.
for me, and I felt bad talking to people because I didn't want to bring any negativity towards anyone. Later on, I got pretty insecure about my creator friendships that weren't people that I was super close with before YouTube. And even though everyone that I was friends with was very supportive and had my back and would reassure me privately, I still couldn't help but worry that because there were people online spreading hateful things about me, that it would impact their view of me personally. At one point, I ended up making a massive mess by tweeting publicly about a problem that I had with Quackity because he wasn't replying to me for a while. We had both.
Oh, I remember the Quackity thing vaguely. It was dumb. Oh, I remember it was stupid. And I remember looking at it and going, wow, this is so dumb and stupid. You guys like my commentary? That's all I remember of it. Like, a lot of this shit's so fucking dumb and stupid, you know? It's hard not to be like, oh, this is dumb as, you know what I mean? Like, fucking Jesus.
Both made translation mods, and people were claiming that we were copying each other. It was just a mess. I was 100% wrong with taking anything public. Anything that can be handled in private should be handled in private, and I've always had that belief. So the way that I handled it was totally screwed up, even by my own standards. It was completely driven by fear and insecurity over my friendships, and it was not something that Quackity deserved at all. If Quackity didn't want to reply to me about it or wanted to ignore it, that was entirely within his right to do, especially given the awkward circumstances of everything. I'm extremely proud of everything Quackity has done with his project, the QSMP, and genuinely he did it.
Wasn't you can correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't a lot of this had to do with this idea that they were making, Quackity was making a multilingual Minecraft server or something, and then someone stole it? Does that make any sense to anybody? I don't fucking remember, honestly.
Way better than I ever could have. It's incredible, and everyone really should go check it out. I should have focused completely on the good that came from it all,
no
and
thanks.
not let
I'm
myself
straight.
get stuck on trying to work something out as friends when he seemed perfectly fine working on his
It was about some Minecraft plugin he thought Quackity copied. Yeah, like a translator plugin. Like, who gives a shit? Like, literal. Like, honestly, for that one, if that's what it was, that's Illuminati levels of cringe there. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you stole this plugin that I didn't create. Maybe that's wrong. I don't know.
Own thing with his own community. Again, there's a lot of things that can explain my mindset, but at the end of the day, I'm sorry to
What about
Quackity and his
your
community for
grind
creating unnecessary
set,
drama.
dude?
And I hope that people can try and understand my mindset, where I was coming from.
Grind
And even if
set.
it doesn't seem like it, it's all from a place of love and care for my friends and the
Wow,
community. It was just an
beautiful
emotional
stuff.
time, and I made a mistake. After that, obviously, even more time passed, and again, there was nothing new with the allegation. There was no updates. I talked to a lot of people for updated advice, lawyers, PR people, people with experience, and everyone told me that it's in my best interest to stay quiet. As time went on, I disagreed more and more and decided that I was going to respond against their advice. So during a live stream, I mentioned that I was going to respond soon and talked about the allegation a little bit. And of course, after this, clips of what I said were taken out of context. People were spreading far and wide that I admitted to grooming, and a lot of other really impactful lies. And of course, because of this, a lot of people on Twitter took it as an opportunity to joke about me being a pedophile. And one of those people was named Nicholas Cantu. If you don't know who that is,
It's crazy that like the word pedophile means nothing anymore. Like, it literally doesn't. I don't think that anybody out there that's accused somebody of being a pedophile could like actually tell you what a pedophile is. You know, and like obviously I use the DSM-5 version of it. You know, that's the word it means. I've even heard people like, oh, so that's technical. Oh, so you're gonna define pedophile? Oh, it's like cringe at it. It's like, why? We're cringing at the definition of words. A pedophile is like a very serious thing. Pedophile is somebody who has persistent sexual attraction with somebody 13 and younger for a period of 6 months or over. The individual needs to be at least 16 or older, and that person has to be at least 5 years younger than them. Right? This is a pedophile. Like, that's what it is. Words matter. You know what I mean? Like, these words matter. People just go around and use it. Oh, you're a pedophile. You're a pedophile. It's like, the word doesn't mean anything anymore. Like, who cares? You know? Like, who fucking cares? Oh, you're a pedophile. Okay, who cares anymore? Like, that word means nothing. Groomer, or pedophile, those words don't mean anything anymore. All of the emotional weight that used to be with those very serious allegations, they don't mean anything. Because people will use those all the time to just call everybody something when they don't like them. Oh, you're dating a girl? You're a pedophile. Like, what the fuck?
He's the voice actor for Gumball, Diego from Dora, and one of the turtles in Teenage Mutant Ninja
Oh,
Turtles.
shit.
I had a terrible experience in
He's
real
a
life with
turtle.
this person, so I replied to him talking about it and defending myself. And this situation
Damn.
blew up. I don't think I've ever
Fucking-
gotten more hate in my life. September 20th.
How long do you think this guy's career is going to last for, though? Isn't it that like a lot of the child actors, like when they kind of lose their voice and then people don't care about them anymore? Right? Isn't that like a thing? Like once you kind of lose your voice, you're kind of a stinky little poopy boy now.
3rd, I went to a friend of mine's birthday party in Austin, Texas. When I showed up, Nicholas Cantu was there.
Before the dream thing ever happened, I heard Nicholas Cantu tried comedy on Last Time podcast. It was fucking wild. And then the dude tried to play drums on the same podcast. Did he do bad? I feel bad for child actors because like once your voice starts to slip, nobody's going to really hire you anymore. I think that's usually how it works. That's why they usually hire women to play boys on these cartoons, which makes sense because, you know, they all women sound like young boys. You know, that's why. No, but seriously, that's why they'll do that, because the voice doesn't get older. You don't have to worry about getting a different person to do the voice acting.
He was already drunk and was drinking. He was being very aggressive to me throughout the night. I didn't know him. This was my first time ever meeting him, and we were not friends. Eventually, while on FaceTime to show his friends, he hit me out of nowhere. Again, this was my first time ever meeting him. I was there for another hour or so, and then when leaving the party, everyone decided to Uber together because it was late and there wasn't many of us there.
Uber
Nicholas ended up in
chopper.
the front seat of the Uber that I was in, despite my apprehension. I thought, what's the worst that could happen? It's an Uber ride. There's other people there, so I wasn't worried. Little did I know, he ended up dropping his phone out of the Uber window in the middle of the highway, and after he got out to look for it, the police showed up and stopped him from looking because it was dangerous and dark. Eventually, the Uber driver convinced Nicholas to leave.
Well, I want to promise you that I'm sober, so if you guys want to conduct a
I
sobriety...
remember I watched this. It was a big nothing. It was just like funny and stupid. Very raw. It was like the first thing I looked at when I got back from Disney last time.
Hey, look, hey, we're about to head out.
And after we left, the Uber driver was trying to give advice to Nicholas on the police, telling him that he could have been arrested, and Nicholas did not like what he had to say.
You're how far did you go in your education?
That's
Of course, I started to get involved and argue with Nick, defending the Uber driver, and Nick did not.
You call him the arsler? Time for me to get involved, dude. Time for me to get involved with you. Oh, now it's time for me to step in, get involved. You know?
Like that at all.
Either you're going to be paralyzed or you're going to be dead. Like, I'm serious.
Okay, man. That's crazy. And he was saying this, of course, after he had already assaulted me.
You know what's... You know what's so funny? Somebody had a fucking... Like, I swear to God, some of my fans just pissed me off so much. Somebody... I think it was in relationship to this. I think Nicholas has bipolar. And I could be wrong about that, but I think it was in relation to this. But either way, the comment was still made that there was an individual who had bipolar. And I said that on a personal level, it's not your responsibility to deal with somebody else's mental health. So if somebody treats you poorly, you have every right to, you know, do whatever. Just disconnect yourself, defend yourself, do whatever you want. At the same time, though, you should, if you have like a friend with bipolar, try to be more sympathetic to them to be able to apologize afterwards, because sometimes you like lose yourself in that. And then someone goes like, well, how come you have a different take with Daniel Larson? It's like, what are you talking about? I don't, you fucking idiot. My criticism isn't of the way that people interact. I've never criticized anybody that's like individually had a bad interaction with Daniel Larson and gone, oh, that person should have acted better. I always say that it's not in everybody's problem or our responsibility or even understanding to deal with somebody that is like significantly mentally fucking challenged and have behavioral problems. Consistently, I've said this person is a danger to himself and others and needs to be taken off the streets, have his internet taken away, and be put into some kind of a higher support needed facility. My criticism is on the entire troll networks that exist that are causing more people to get harmed. That's the criticism. Because that's what happens when you have like these weird locale networks. They go, look how dangerous this guy is, as they continue to troll him and make him do more erratic shit that is dangerous so they can cover more content. So it's like, you guys need to stop being fucking stupid and listen to the words I'm saying. It's almost like you don't have the fucking ability to comprehend basic information. All right, to that fan. I'm obviously not going to reply to a comment, but if you watch this, like, grow up. Like, think a little bit more. Stop trying to engage in gotcha moments. That's all it is. Think a little bit more fucking intelligently.
This was all happening. One of the other two people in the car with me that I also just met that night was recording him. He was aware of this, and he was actually the one that asked to be recorded.
Thanks for recording, by the way. How long is this? But yeah, this YouTube video is going to be nuts. Subscribe to the Cantu Network. Tune your sets right there.
Oh, shit. Subscribe to the Cantu Network.
The next day, Nicholas sent me a very nice DM saying that he was sorry for hitting me, that he was...
I'll be on kick, guys. I'll be on the kick. The kickaroony.
was having a really rough night, and that he was high and drunk, and said that he was sorry for spreading false allegations that he knew nothing about, saying that he recognized it could ruin people's
Calling
lives.
a random person a FF slur, insult, and attacking people is based? Yes, I'm saying that ironically. That it's based because he's using gamer words. Obviously, it's wrong. Guys, I don't know if you know this, but slurs are bad. Don't say them. I'll make sure every time someone says a slur to say, that's really bad. Because obviously you didn't know that already. No shit, you're a fucking troll, dude. I'm getting trolled. I'm getting trolled. Stop.
Called me humble,
I'm getting trolled.
grounded, and a good human. I didn't accept this apology, but I moved on, and honestly, I felt kind of bad for him. I recognized that he was once a child actor, and I feel like there's a lot of bad stuff in that industry, so I felt a little bit of sympathy. I hoped he would just learn from the mistakes he made that night and move on. But then, of course, Nicholas started tweeting, spreading the same lies about me that he'd already apologized for spreading and recognized could ruin people's lives. He was also wishing death upon me publicly in Twitter replies, and that's when I realized it wasn't just one bad night, and people needed to know about this. After I shared my experiences with him, he denied everything. He DM'd me saying I was lying, saying that if there wasn't video proof, it's all lies. He tweeted denying it all, which he deleted, and then he tweeted lying more about the situation, but also admitting to some stuff while underplaying it. He blatantly lied about the fact that he tipped the Uber driver when he didn't. He blatantly lied about me sending unsolicited dick pics to people. He also deleted that tweet almost immediately after. He blatantly lied about the reason he hit me and claimed I called the girl a whore and got slapped for it, which again was later.
Oh, I didn't even say that. You're talking to somebody else. That's based.
Canted, but not after.
Basin red pill. Fuck! I keep getting decimated on this. I'm getting pissed.
Billions of people had already seen those lies. Nicholas tried DMing one of the people that was in the Uber that night with us to try and get them on his side as a witness. That caused the person who I didn't know at all to message me and tell me that they had videos of him being horrible from that night and that they don't like that he's pretending to be innocent. I asked them if they'd be willing to send me the videos so I could back up my story since he was denying it and lying, and they told me that he was threatening them to make sure they didn't give me the videos.
Oh shit, he's fucking going super based mode.
After I ended up finally getting the videos, I posted them. I needed to defend myself against the lies.
Thank you so much for the 11-month sub. Small gut, angry toast, Papa gut. Keep up the good work. Thank you.
Was telling and wanted to share.
I'm thinking. Thanks for not memeing me.
For the proof. I also posted screenshots of text between me and the Uber driver, confirming that he hadn't blatantly lied. And didn't the Uber driver. After I posted this, Nicholas went silent, deleted his tweets, and hasn't said anything publicly since. People still think that I lied and faked the Uber driver's text, or many other lies that were falsely spread by Nicholas or other people online. So
damn, dude. Could you imagine taking the Nicholas's word for anything? He's a failed fucking child. He's not a failed anything. I'm sorry, but he's a child actor. Like what? What credentials do you feel like is going on here? You know.
So I got in contact with the Uber driver from that night. I interviewed him, and I'll let him speak for himself to help clear some things up.
Oh
hey, what's the
shit! I think there's a full conversation with the mailman somewhere. Crazy, but also I ain't fucking watching that.
That can happen. It's an Uber drive. And
Oh.
What's the
worst that can happen? It happened.
Either you're gonna be paralyzed or you're gonna be dead. Like, I'm serious.
Oh, she's gonna be paralyzed and dead at the same time.
Hey man, what's going on, man?
This is our Uber driver, who happens to be one of the highest rated Uber drivers in all of Texas. He
Dude, that's crazy. Good for him. Terrell.
agreed to come share his recollection of what
You
happened.
agreed to
So I'm just gonna
come.
let him talk.
When I picked you guys up, you know, he had a lot of energy. He was wild, like putting his head outside filming. The phone dropped out of the car. When the cop showed up, the cop came up to the car at first and was talking to him. And the way that he was
Yoshis
speaking to
Vinyl
the cop,
super
he was
chatted $2. Thank you for saying mailmen are underpaid. I am one.
No problem, brother. I appreciate you appreciating me, brother.
like down on the cop. And I'm like, man, like you need to be quiet because you're gonna go to jail if you keep talking to the cops like that. As soon as I said that, not even 20 seconds, the cop came and he was like, you get out the car, you're going to jail. I'm trying to save you from going to jail because I don't want nobody to go to jail, period. He kept saying something about like IQ, like he felt like he was better. And I was like, nobody cares about your IQ. People with high IQs in jail right now. So what are you gonna tell him? You're gonna talk to him and say that you're a child star while you're in jail? So I was like,
That sounds weird. I'm a child star. A child star, by the way, guys. Not nice.
Trying to help you out. I don't want you to go to jail, even after you're acting crazy and wild, which most Uber drivers would have left you. You never said anything negative towards him while he was saying all this stuff. Majority of the stuff didn't make it on the tape. I think he was going through a lot of other things besides just being drunk. And the thing is, it doesn't really matter what he was on, what he was going through, the way he was acting, it was unacceptable. 50 or 60%, I may be wrong about the number, but something like that of all violence has alcohol in it. So if that was the case, all these people would be getting away with it. Like y'all kept saying, I'm sorry. Like we just met him.
You're gonna be forgotten like the dust in the sand.
I just met you, and this is crazy. I forget what combos with this item.
When you're in the Sahara and there's 100 million, 1,000 billion. Sand particles are gonna be one of those. There's gonna be a statue erected.
Yeah, he went all into the Egyptian king and the like. He's real creative.
Yeah, did he ever tip you anything?
No, that was another lie. Well, I don't know why.
Damn, dude, you gotta be tipping the Uber drivers, especially if they're the top-rated Uber driver in the fucking nation, in the all of Texas, rather. That's unironically impressive. So.
I said that, and you know what? At the end of the day, it doesn't even matter about the tip or anything like that. Don't say it if you're not going to do it, and don't say it at all. I wasn't begging you guys for a tip or anything like that. Man, it was an eventful night. I don't know why a lot of people think that you were the one that was doing all these things and making all this stuff up, and you wanted to do all this. I was like, he was the one that was trying to stop everything the most.
He's a bad guy, dude.
There's like 2 screen caps of text from you, and everybody was saying they were fake. It was one of the messages where you said like, there needs to be more people like you in the world or something, and they're like, when would somebody ever say that?
Because they didn't experience you in that manner, right? Yeah. Those are my real words, and I did feel that way. So I'm letting you guys know.
Hey,
right
Dream,
now.
how much did you pay this guy? Well, you probably should have paid him, but then people are gonna think it was like he's a paid actor, you know?
All those text messages, that was me saying it. Dream did make the situation better. Everybody coming at Dream, That's
Everybody
not how it went
coming?
down. It was nothing like that. Now you're telling
It's
me
okay.
how you got hit, and it showed me who you are. The first impression of somebody is the last
Yeah, you know, you're real dreamy.
impression. And you were nothing but respectful since you got in the vehicle. And you tried to de-escalate everything that was going on. All the people in the back. Nicholas, if you are listening, really
Nicholas, if you're listening, grow up, you fucking pussy.
do some deep diving in yourself and figure out what the real issue was. Do a lot of soul searching. Because you are intelligent, because I could tell some of your comebacks and what were you saying. But the way you were acting was more of a cry for help. Whatever you're going through, you got to fight and you got to get some help. Don't fight other people. Fight what you're going through. At the end of the day, I know we all make bad decisions and we have to learn the lesson from it.
Not me.
And
I'm
this was just a bad decision that you made, and just learn from it. And all the different YouTubers and all the different people that were commenting about the situation. I do understand the entertainment part of it, right?
Yeah, I will say I'm a little bit of a woman when it comes to drama. I'm gonna be honest with you. You can criticize me all you want, but I love the tea. I love it. I love it.
And it's just I've seen a lot of memes and everything, but I was reading a lot of comments. He was saying this or he was saying that, or it doesn't make sense. All that stuff doesn't mean anything if you were not there. It's just speculation. And if somebody older is trying to help you guys out, my advice is for you guys to listen. That's it. That's all you have to do. But you don't have to be negative towards them. And we have to stick together because there's so many things that keep us apart, right? Just like if you look at it, it's the dream and the voice for Gumball. How about you and Nicholas have a sit down with me? We talk all the issues and all the problems.
Why? Why would anybody do this with the fucking Uber driver? This is just weird. Was this guy trying to plug his career? It's just bizarre. Yeah, why don't we all get together and talk? Why? I would be like, well, fuck off. It's so weird.
And we can show people how bringing things together from a negative to a positive.
Beautiful.
And that was
5-star Uvu Java over here. I love him.
See how that spreads. It's in the universe.
Amazing, man. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming on.
Okay.
I posted a longer version of this interview on my second channel if you
no, thank you.
Like more context. We talked for a long time. Now, before I show you the most insane, hair loss inducing, I have
Whoa, I must have really experienced this already, so we could probably skip it, right? Because I already lost all my hair.
ever seen on Twitter that took place after I posted this video of him. I need to reiterate a couple facts. 1, I just met Nicholas. He was already drunk when I met him. 2, the party was not my party. I did not provide alcohol to anyone. 3, I did not know how old Nicholas was.
You don't sound like a cool guy, pussy.
And here's a video of what Nicholas said after I found
Oh yeah, I guess people are giving him shit because Nicholas wasn't 21 yet. It's like, dude, like if you're over 18 and you're drinking, well, first of all, I don't know you. I'm not gonna monitor your drinking consumption at all. But second of all, like if you're over 18 and you're drinking, like yeah, it might be illegal, but you're an adult. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh well, actually.
Found out his age and critiqued him for drinking in front of the cops.
Why are you a narc pedophile?
4, I was not the one recording.
Whoa, that's crazy.
And I only
a narc pedophile. Which one's worse, guys?
Posted the video because he was lying and saying unless there's video proof, it didn't happen. So yeah, now that that's clarified, enjoy.
Dream did what? Dream did what? Oh, this is the most hype part of the whole thing, guys. Dream pooped his pants. Alright, I get it, dude. Hurry the fuck up. This better not be DMCA or I'll fuck you up, Dream. I swear to God. I will beat the shit out of you, Dream. I'm just kidding. Let's see if he's got any, Alright, there's no credits in here. I'm assuming it's not. Alright, I don't care. I think this actually pissed me off. We get it.
As you can see, it got insane. Tweets doxing me and my friends and family got tens of thousands of likes. I have never seen that in my life. So I just want to talk very briefly about how
I saw it just now.
How serious doxing and swatting can be. It's a common thing for people.
It's a bad thing, guys. You shouldn't dox, especially with stuff, especially addresses. So there you go.
To say that I don't think doxing is serious. In a clip that got a lot of attention from a stream of mine a while ago, I said that if you have 7 followers on Twitter, you shouldn't stress over being doxed. I don't stand by that, and I didn't mean to minimize doxing.
Well, you probably shouldn't stress over. I would imagine that you just mean that like no one's gonna dox you. I said okay.
Doxing at all. I had just said before that if you dox people, you are not a part of my community, that I don't support you, and that it's disgusting. It can happen to anyone, and it can be serious to anyone. I was just trying to make the point that it's less likely to happen to somebody that's smaller because people have.
Yeah, no shit. Nobody fucking cares. And even if you were doxed with 7 followers, you're probably not gonna have any issues. Doesn't mean you should dox somebody. It's just like. Understandable though, like we get the point. Yeah, who didn't get that point?
Less reasons to target them, and that if they were targeted, they had less reason to actually follow through on anything. But it's just not something that I should have said or something I should have
really not that big of a deal.
Explained, as it made it seem like I was supporting doxing when I just.
I don't think it actually did. I don't think it made you seem that at all. I think people decided to interpret it like that because because they're losers.
Doxing is extremely serious. Swatting is extremely serious. And I don't think people even realize how serious. It's not just, haha, funny, send a pizza to someone's house. It's attempted identity theft for my
yeah, that's horrible. Don't ever send a pizza to my house.
family members and friends. Credit cards being signed up for in people's names. Fans or people who dislike you.
The fuck they get your social security number?
Showing up at your house. Or your family's house to try and break in. Trackers being put on your family members' cars.
Jesus.
People showing up at your
That's
little
crazy.
sister's job. SWAT teams being called to you and your family members' houses. Bomb threats and the FBI having to make sure you're okay. People calling your 80-year-old.
Well, at least somebody will talk to me, you know? Like, they'll come and say, hi, it's me, the police. Oh my God, my best friend.
Old grandma pretending to be you and terrorizing her. That's all stuff that has happened to me, my family, and my friends. They're not hypotheticals. This isn't just that you don't like Dream. It's not just me whose life you're putting at risk and who you're harassing. You're going after an 80-year-old woman who has done nothing to you. It's not just me you're hurting when you make up lies or spread horrible things. It's the 50 employees I have who also have families and lives.
What do you got 50 employees for? What the hell does he do that he needs 50 employees?
It's all of my friends and anyone that's ever been associated with me, my family, my grandparents, and most importantly, actual victims who have gone through traumatic things. And that's not even talking about the stuff that hasn't happened to me, but has happened to other people. Pets and people being shot by police officers during swattings. People breaking in with a gun to kill a YouTuber they don't like. It's incredibly serious and it's not okay. That wasn't even the end of the craziness though. That was the beginning. Because then, during the midst of all the Nicholas drama, someone tweeted out this, accusing me of sexting a 16/17-year-old girl.
Oh shit. 2 girls at once, or is that just a girl that turns 17?
Named Jamie. Because I was currently the internet punching bag, and it was proof that the punching was justifiable, it was spread.
When was this out? Like, when did he supposedly do this? When he was 24? What?
Very quickly, without a lot of questions being asked. Before I break it down, I want to immediately say that this is not true. I did not groom anyone, I did not groom Jamie, and I would never be inappropriate with someone underage. When they posted this allegation, attached was a video. That, of course, went viral. It was a video from another phone of a Snapchat being opened, supposedly from Dream, that had moaning in the background and a very sexual caption. This is the clip in its entirety without audio.
Okay, he's moaning. Okay.
They also attached screenshots of Discord DMs.
What was it? That was like so damning. Like, I don't understand.
Caption. This is the clip in its entirety without audio.
Dream. I teased the shit out of you. Kiss your neck. My hands up. Oh wow, you look so sad. Yeah, this is not.
They also attached screenshots of Discord DMs.
Like nothing.
Between anonymous people who were claimed to be 2 friends of Dream's and said it was them discussing me having sexted a minor. In these screenshots, they say that I was confronted about it and that I admitted it. I've shown you every piece of evidence they posted without changes, and I've mentioned everything that they've claimed. Now, just to reiterate, this is not true. Every piece of evidence is either out of context, edited, blatantly lied about, or presented in a very disingenuous way. Again, I did not groom anyone. I also was never confronted about grooming by any of my friends. Now, of course, when something like this is claimed, it's extremely serious. So I'm going to break it down in detail. Okay, so who's this accusation from? It's from an anonymous burner.
Burner 22.
Made the day of the accusation, which is interesting. So we don't know who they are, but we do know who the victim is. Jamie, right? And how old did they say she was? They said 16/17. Okay. So what else do we know about Jamie? They said she left the internet in 2020. So because they apparently can't, let me tell you who Jamie is. I followed Jamie on Twitter, which people quickly pointed to as proof. As you can see, Jamie is also followed by Skeppy, Verb, and Spifey, other YouTubers from the community. I met Jamie when I wasn't even a YouTuber. I had just posted my first ever YouTube video less than a month before. I had less than 100 followers on Twitter the month that I met.
So they were 16, and if this was before Dream, like how old would Dream even be? Like 20?
At her. I made a lot of friends around this time because I wasn't a big creator and I was part of a lot of online communities as a YouTuber. I had just posted my first ever
2019. So he would have been like 19 or 20. Who cares? If it's a 16 and a 20-year-old, again, like you could find it inappropriate, and I tend to find it inappropriate. But that's not predatory or grooming. 16 and 20 is generally acceptable in pretty much every state, socially outside of the internet. Doesn't make it okay. You're allowed to look at that and go like, hey, I think that's inappropriate, and you want to operate in a way that changes. But understand that like that's generally acceptable, so it's not like fucking predatory. It's like, okay. Not ideal.
For a YouTube video less than a month before. I had less than 100 followers on Twitter the month that I met her. I made a lot of friends around this time because I wasn't a big creator and I was part of a lot of online communities as a fan. She played on Bad Boy Halo's Minecraft server and was a fan of Skeppy. I was trying to grow and make connections, and I had pretty much just made my Twitter account, so I made a lot of friends. Many people from this time I'm still friends with to this day. People claiming that me following her is proof that I sexed underage fans or groomed her at all is ridiculous.
I'm curious as to why, but it doesn't really seem like a big deal.
Claims are completely false. They were right about her age. She's 21 now, so she would have been around 17 4 years ago. That's about the only...
Oh, well, if Dream's 24 and she's 21, that's a 3-year difference. I don't care. None of this matters.
Correct thing they said this entire time. Like, remember they said she quit the internet in 2020 as a convenient way to excuse any questions about her? Well, she didn't. She liked a tweet from last month, actively tweeted all of 2022, and she changed her bio and Twitter account name when this happened, just wanting to be left alone. That's interesting. And she actually tweeted saying she only privated her account because some of her IRL friends were finding it and she didn't want them to. I wonder why they lied about that.
Maybe because the person who's claiming this doesn't know Jamie, doesn't know anything about Jamie, doesn't know me, doesn't know anything about me, and is being malicious and making up whatever they can to end my career. Let's talk about some other stuff. They also said they posted the videos with permission, which of course makes the videos seem much more real. Well, it's apparently me, and I didn't give them permission, and it's apparently sent to Jamie, and she didn't give them permission. She quit the internet. She couldn't have. They even critiqued Moist Critical for his video, saying how terrible it was, claiming that I admitted that the Snapchats were real, which I never did. In their original tweet, they notably say, when she had her age in her bio, which seems oddly specific, just to remove the few people that would say, well, what if he didn't know her age? When even in their own proof, which is random Discord messages with no context or who the messages even are, in another part of their screenshot, anonymous person number 2 says this, but for some reason, that's cropped out of their tweets because they don't even know what the screenshot.
To be fair, the time he didn't know her age. Oh, okay. Okay. Even if he did, it sounds like a 3-year fucking age gap. Like, none of this really matters.
Shots they're using as evidence say. They don't care.
Like, once we got the 3-year age gap acknowledged, like, none of it matters anymore, right? Like, who cares?
About the truth. They're just making things up as they go. And because it's a claim against me, people will just believe it. They can say, Jamie left the internet. No proof, but I guess she did. They say they got permission to post these videos. I guess they did. They post a video of Snapchats. Say it's mine. They never show the Snapchat profile or any proof that it's my Snapchat, but I guess you can't change your Snapchat name for free to anything at any time, as many times as you want. So it must be Dream. No more evidence needed. They're telling the truth. Even with what little context and evidence they have to crop things and lie to try and hide the fact that they know nothing. But the burner seemed so confident. They couldn't be being malicious. They even put in their bio that if Dream reached out, they would personally give him their information so that he could sue them, because everything they were saying was 100% true.
Oh, wow. Why would they... Is they that like attention hungry that they would be like, oh, reach out to me, please?
What? That's not in their bio anymore. That's weird. I wonder why they removed that. They did reveal who they got the original screenshots from. So let's see what that person has to say and why the burner was so confident in their claims. Quote, I don't know Jamie. I've never known her. I've never had a private or a public interaction with her at all. Unquote. Wow. Seems like they have a whole lot of information. So I reached out to them to try and find anything that I could find to find out what this was even about, because I've never been confronted by one of my friends for grooming, and I've never groomed anybody. So I found out who was anonymous in these messages, and let's hear what they have to say.
These screenshots are extremely out of context and used disingenuously to tell a story about Dream that isn't true at all. I haven't spoken to Dream in a very long time.
Oh my god, the victim was so groomed that they're defending Dream now. This is fucking terrible. Holy shit. Oh my god, guys. Oh my god, he's more dangerous than I thought. He's more dangerous than I thought, dude. We're fucked. We're fucked. We're fucked.
But to my knowledge, he's not interacted with underage fans inappropriately or in any way that could be considered grooming. These DMs were posted by the burner without my permission and without ever contacting me beforehand. They were sent to the burner by a vulnerable person that was upset and being taken advantage of while under the influence of alcohol. I want to be anonymous and stay completely out of this because all the terrible stuff I've seen happen to everyone mentioned on both sides is very scary. This conversation was private in my life, and no one deserves to have their personal life dug through because of anonymous people making false claims without knowledge or context about anything they're saying.
This person was not involved at all and did not consent to anything. Now, if you're a little confused,
I'm not. This is par for the course on the internet.
Am too. This is a burner account making up things. Their story makes no sense. Okay, so let's just summarize this. This allegation is not from a victim. It is from an anonymous Twitter account that was made the same day as the allegation. This anonymous person claims that I groomed a girl named Jamie. They did not ever contact Jamie. They did not know Jamie. They got none of their information from Jamie. They even incorrectly said that she quit the internet years ago when she's still active to this.
Yeah, but the right thing to do as like an activist is to speak over victims. So obviously Jamie's wrong.
They posted videos claiming to be from me to a minor. They never showed proof that it was from me or my Snapchat profile. They never showed proof of who it was to. They cropped context from screenshots, lied publicly and said I admitted the videos were from me. They falsely alluded to the fact that the victim gave them permission and ended up causing massive harassment and terror to Jamie, who they said was a victim of mine. The person in the screenshots claims that I'm not a groomer, that they're extremely out of context and that the burner doesn't even know what was being discussed, and that now their personal life is being dug into due to an anonymous burner account. On top of that, no one even taps to open the Snapchat. There's no finger. You can't open snaps with a button, but it doesn't even matter because you can see that no buttons were pressed. So how did it open? Nobody touches the screen. You can't.
Clearly it's edited. Like, I guess that's all. Like, sure. You got to be really careful about these about allegations of any kind going around, because like you really need to vet through them and not just fucking instantly affirm everything you see.
To open a Snapchat without tapping the button to open it. So ignoring the fact that there's no proof it's even me, how is this video even real? How did it open? The video doesn't even make sense. People have also pointed out that frames are missing and that the normal Snapchat animation doesn't play at all. But despite all of that, hardly anyone asked any questions.
It's so interesting because I pretty much tuned out of a lot, not of this video, just in general of the Dream shit, when like the first accusation was obviously just a load of shit. Whereas like he might have talked to a 17-year-old at 20. I was like, okay, like I already know where this is going. This is so dumb as fuck. And you know, if you go, well, that's not very responsible, is it? That's pretty normal. That's what's happening. People are tuning out because of bullshit fucking accusations.
If you replied asking any questions, you got called a groomer supporter. Despite the fact that the proof was a video of a video of a video from screenshots of DMs of screenshots of DMs. You have to go 4 people deep to find anyone that has ever talked to Jamie. I'm not even in any of these screenshots. And the video of the video of the video has like 10 frames where you see the name Dream. Most people spreading this did 0 research. But wait, they reported me. They even reached out to the Orange County Police, my local police, to put it in writing, put their name on it, and solidify that their claims are correct.
Oh no, is he calling the police? You're not supposed to do that.
Thank you for calling the Orange County Sheriff's Office. To continue in English, press 1.
What the fuck is up with the... He's got some hype music going on right now.
Continue in Spanish.
My name is... I have a YouTube...
Whoa, what, did he say a slur at him? What the fuck?
Channel, and I live stream and stuff, and long story short, very recently someone anonymously posted a bunch of like fake stuff online saying that I'm a pedophile, and of course it's from like a burner, like anonymous burner account, can't really, you know, whatever. But anyway, in their post, they said that they called and talked to the Orange County Sheriff's Office about it, and of course they said that to try and like make me look guilty for being like a predator somehow. But I guess I wanted to call and try and get more information, I guess.
What's your name?
Okay.
People are there, they're slandering you. There's nothing, and we have a very broad database. Nothing.
Damn, dude, who would have ever expected somebody was trying to slander Dream for clout and views? And the person who did it is probably never going to face any repercussions. Because again, they're anonymous. They can say whatever the fuck they want. Isn't that crazy? What a world.
No interaction. I did last name, first name, last name, nothing. 0, nada.
So there's
nothing.
no like
no reports been made.
Reports, anything?
Nothing. Your name has nothing next to it. There's not even. So if you would like to make a report and you feel like someone is harassing you, all right. But whoever's telling you that stuff, you may need to file a complaint because that's harassment, and that's called slander. And you do have civil rights, so you can make a report if you want.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Merry Christmas.
All right. Merry Christmas. And not that taking legal action as an anonymous source would prove anything, but just to be clear, I have searched far and wide, sent open access requests to police departments.
So you're not.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know who he would sue. And even if he won, people wouldn't even care. Like that's not what it's about. It's not about whether Dream's actually guilty. It's about virtue signaling. Most of the people on the internet who talk about like bad stuff that's going on, they do it in a way to like elevate themselves. Like they don't fucking care. You know what I mean? Those are the people who sensationalize it. If somebody talks about it normally, then they obviously are going to care about it more. But if somebody's like virtue signaling over it or sensationalizing something, they don't care. They just want to use it for whatever views or attention or clicks they can get.
Listed in my system.
And all police records are public in Florida, where I live. Not a single person has filed anything against me. Anything. Even though every claimant has claimed that they have. Again, not that it would prove anything if they did. It would be disproved in court, but not a single person did. I also don't have any civil cases brought against me, meaning no one has officially accused me of anything from anywhere, despite, again, every single person claiming they have. This is public record. But despite everything you've just heard before this in this video, when this tweet dropped, people were celebrating in the replies. Celebrating in the replies of a tweet that's supposed to be about a child being sexually abused. That is not okay.
Woo! Oh wait, no, it's bad. Sorry. Yeah, that sounds like the internet. That's what people want. They want that shit to happen. They want to be able. That's what the people on the internet want. They like making content out of it. It's fucking crazy. It's fucking insane, man. It's fucked up.
And just shows that you actually don't care about
Video could have been 10 minutes. Yeah, I think that Dream's just trying to be really like super specific. I think he's trying to be really thorough. You kind of, for like someone his size, like he has to be super thorough about it. I don't think it could have been like 10 minutes. He's got to do like a lot.
About this, you just care about taking down Dream, which is the same thing the burner account cares about. They don't care about the truth. They don't care about what's real. They care about saying whatever they can to ruin my career. They don't care about victims. They don't care about Jamie. And if you still don't believe me, let's hear a statement from Jamie herself, who seemed terrified, didn't want anything affecting her real life, wasn't a victim before, but is now, due to all the harassment and people spreading sexual things about her without her knowledge or consent. My name is Jamie. I want to make it very clear that I was never groomed. I definitely am not a victim of Dream.
Damn, Jamie sounds just like Dream. This is fucking crazy. Holy shit.
I don't know how or why people are using my name and information without having ever asked me if any of it's true. Everything claiming to be about me was posted without my consent. Leave me alone. I want nothing to do with this. I have been getting harassed by people, either saying I'm looking for attention or digging through my life trying to confirm things I want nothing to do with. Leave me alone.
Shit. Okay, cool.
Jamie's Twitter account got locked for suspicious activity after she was blocking all of her friends, so none of them would see the things being said online about her.
Damn, that's fucked up.
She didn't quit the internet in 2020 like the burner claimed, but she probably will now. She had to change all of her social media ads, and people were messaging friends of hers, all because an anonymous person made a claim on her behalf without even knowing if it's true, spreading sexual stories about her as a minor to millions of people, creating victims in the process. Hope it was worth it. So I'm sorry, Jamie. I'm sorry that you were used as bait, and I'm sorry that you have your life being dug through by people. And I'm sorry to all victims that have to see this, that have more fear about coming forward, because all this is terrible, and no one wins. And I'm sorry to anyone else that got involved or dragged into it. Sorry for those that were taken advantage of.
Thanks, Dream. I appreciate it.
Sorry for those that were lied.
Sorry, I'm okay.
To. Again, no one wins. It's incredibly hard to navigate these situations. There's no benefit to somebody putting their name and face out there to defend me or clear up complete lies if even when someone's completely in the wrong, they're still praised as a hero because it's against Dream. As I was literally about to...
Yeah, true. Everybody was talking about how Gumball... Well, you have to understand, Gumball was using slurs. So people on the internet love slurs. Very racist people love slurs. So, you know, that's why I love slurs. So that's why people are like, oh, he's so base because he's saying like fucked up shit. That kid's gonna have like that kid's gonna be on like a VH1 show or something if he's lucky, about how he melted down and like lost his fucking fame after, you know, he stopped being that voice actor. He's got no balance in his life.
Post this video, another burner thread by a different burner was made about Jamie, claiming 24 pages of evidence that I groomed her. And the very first line of their document, the Twitter account Burner22 recently provided a screenshot of a Twitter DM conversation between them and someone by the name of Jamie. This is massively incorrect, a lie, and never happened, as you now know. The burner account was not any of the people in any of the messages, never spoke with Jamie, and the actual person in these messages has made a statement in this video debunking this, as well as Jamie. And this is the first line of their 24 pages. Their proof was all to show that I knew Jamie, followed Jamie, and that Jamie was a minor. All things that they didn't need to stalk her to do. Maybe let victims speak instead of digging into their lives. Their proof digs so much further into Jamie's life, including by stalking 4-year-old Twitter accounts of hers using the Wayback Machine. So
that's fucking weird.
That even content that she deleted and content from her private accounts are now being stalked. Leave her alone. This tweet has 40,000 likes in 10 hours as of me making this. This is ridiculous. Anyways, I tweeted when I first saw this claim, pointing a finger at someone that I thought was behind the burner account. I was messaged by multiple friends with proof linking them to the account. They were the only non-anonymous name on any of the screenshots, had a massive dislike for me, and were actively replying to the allegation. So my obvious assumption was that they are behind the account. This person used to be a friend of mine many years ago, and we are no longer friends for unrelated reasons. They claimed since that their only involvement was that when they were drunk and having a manic episode, that they sent some screenshots of stuff into a group chat with people that were asking them questions. They claimed that they have no other involvement. They said they don't know where the videos are from, that videos were never sent to her, and that the screenshots in her DMs were pictures and not actually videos. She claims that she did not send the screenshots, claiming that I groomed anybody, and that she had nothing to do with them being posted by the anonymous burner account. Now, if this is true, which I can assume it is, it's just another horrible thing the burner account did, taking advantage of a drunk person who was not having a good time and using their past with me to try and get dirt on me is just ridiculous. Now, I don't know who's behind the burner account because it's an anonymous account. And unfortunately, they removed the thing from their bio that said they'd tell me who they are so I could sue them. But regardless, my original tweets were worded poorly and people read into them, including her, and thought that I was claiming that the videos were real, but that I sent them to her. The screen recordings in my screenshot were from after the allegations were made, but I don't know how I would mean that. I only posted screenshots of her screen recording my chats to show that she was...
Okay, I mean, like, yeah, he seems to have covered everything. There's still a little bit left, but this is everything people are melting down over. This whole thing's fucking stupid. Because even in this case, Dream might have sexted a 17-year-old at 20. Who fucking cares? Like, it's not inappropriate. It's not really an inappropriate age range. Who gives a fuck? Like, if you're not gonna have a problem with a 17-year-old and a 20-year-old sleeping together, why would you have a problem with them sexting? I don't fucking know. Like, so even in the worst case scenario, or was she 16 and he was 19? That was it, because they have a 3-year age gap. It's really not okay. Like, no, do better. Jesus fucking Christ.
Actively collecting information, but I see how if you don't know the dates or really anything, then you could think that. In my tweet saying I was making a video about this, I called the audio essentially unsubstantiated revenge porn, with revenge porn in quotation marks, while of course denying that I groomed anyone. People again took that as me admitting that the audio was real, even though I literally say essentially unsubstantiated and put revenge porn in quotation marks. It is incredibly violating to have audio spread to the masses saying that it's you moaning, that people think is you moaning, whether it is you moaning or not. It could be anyone moaning.
Send me whimpering audio, Dream. AI, cue up the Dream whimpering audio for me, please. I want a goon. I want a Mew. Please turn on the Dream whimpering audio. Jarvis, you know?
It does not matter. It's still violating. This is sent to your little sister saying it's you moaning. It doesn't matter that it's
illegal. I don't care if it's illegal. Like, I need to understand something, right? You're saying technically illegal when you're referring to the sexing. If it is legal for a 17-year-old and a 20-year-old to have sex, I don't care about them sexting each other. I don't care if it's illegal, because we've already established that morally them actually having sex isn't a problem. So why would I have a problem if they were sexting? I don't. Why? Who cares? It's like smoking marijuana is illegal too. I don't fucking melt down about it. Like I don't give a fuck. If you can consensually have sex with somebody, why would it matter of the legality of you sending images to that person? Who fucking cares? Like that's my point. I don't care.
It's not you moaning. It's being said seriously.
It's illegal to eat dogs too. I don't care about that, dude. I don't fucking care.
That it is. This is, in essence, revenge porn. This isn't even the only time I've had fake sexual stuff spread about me. Once, people spread a video that was like deepfaked or something of me sucking my own dick.
Oh, how do I see that? Deepfake, dream, sucking, pee-pee. I can't find it. That's terrible.
Obviously wasn't me, but so many people thought it was. Which
oh, wait, what's
YouTubers
happening?
To make videos like this.
You guys know I've never been the biggest fan of the YouTuber Dream, but I have.
Oh no, Orange Penis! What are you doing, dude? No.
Had respect for him as a person. That
Why?
ends today.
I never really cared.
Dream sucked his own dick. You know, I thought this was some sort of joke, and then I saw the reply.
I mean, like, listen, even if he did suck his own dick, who cares? Did he send it to somebody? Like, is that what the problem is? I wasn't listening. I was looking it up.
The video of Dream sucking his erect penis.
But of course, while this was all going on Twitter, it just was okay to lie about me. And all
Damn, Orange Peanut just got fucking dumpstered by Dream.
the people posting fake screenshots and memes and taking things seriously from parody accounts just proves how easy it is to fake this stuff. So let's talk about fake allegations and how horrible they are. It's become a bit of a trend in the online space, or at least the gaming space, to fake grooming allegations. There have been fake allegations against Bad Boy Halo, which the person ended up tweeting and admitting they were
I don't know who that is.
fake and saying that they're just kids that made a mistake after he legally threatened them. There have been fake allegations made against Sapnap that, again, they admitted were fake. After I replied this time and called out some
Fucking allegations against my goddamn hairline. This is getting crazy. I gotta cut my hair for Christmas.
something that was wrong with their story. They continued to lie and try and convince me, though. There have been false allegations against Carl, Rambu, Wilbur, probably every Minecraft gaming creator.
Well, I mean, listen, they're fucking Minecraft gaming creators. You guys are a little sus. I understand why people would be a little more like, what are you doing, dude? What the hell are you doing?
You know, me saying any name doesn't even matter. Not everyone gets traction, and not everyone has as much effort put into it, but there have been hundreds. There were a few notable ones against me during the last month. One was disproved because it was proved that the video was edited based on a frame hop. Another was disproved because of a photo in the background was
frame hop
from Tumblr. But there was one thing similar between all of them. They all showed fake evidence. They all showed fake edited Snapchats. They all showed fake edited pictures or videos. And that is scary. But sometimes they didn't even need evidence. Someone tweeted.
I mean, I feel like we're getting to a point where AI, you could just be like, AI, can you make me dream trying to molest me? And then AI will be able to come up with that. Can you make a Snapchat of Dream trying to groom me, please? Oh, done. Boom.
Out that I wasn't working on my video, that I was actually out meeting a fan I met when they were 16 at a bar, and that I got stood up and laughed at by everyone. And this just didn't even happen, but you don't even need any proof. It was Thanksgiving, and I was charging my car by my grandparents' house, and I went to a non-alcoholic bar and played ping pong and was never stood up by anybody. They can just make up whatever they want and rudely take secret pictures of me, and people will believe it. This is crazy stalker behavior. They even said that I was the most ass ping pong player in the place when I was undefeated. They even had to lie and slander my
Damn, that's the line you gotta draw, brother. You're the best. I mean, you honestly have to draw the line at ping pong. If you're not the best ping ponger, the fuck are you, dude? You're not the best ping ponger. This is a good thirst trap for my young child fan stream. Oh, is this kind of hot? Oh, is this kind of sexy? Oh, what do you think about that, dude? Oh. Or maybe for my gay audience, what do you guys think of this? Here you go. I got one for the gays. Like that's how they like the armpits. Gay people like armpits. Me too. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about that, dude? What do you think about that, dude? Am I sexy or what? I gotta shave my head though. If I zoom in close, I got hair poking. You can't wear a backwards hat with hair sticking out the top like this. That's just disgraceful. That's just fucking disgraceful.
Ping pong record. And then of course parody accounts are tweeting images like this one, faking me DMing them and threatening them legally, or lots of other stuff. And again, this just shows how easy it is to fake stuff, especially when you're a burner account that has no accountability. One of the people that made the fake allegations even tweeted that I can't sue them, that they're anonymous and on a VPN after they were caught. People will take a claim with almost no evidence and run with it and ruin people's lives, hundreds of jobs, families, not even just when it's me. It may only be a trend in the
Can't show feet because my fucking toes aren't my feet. I need to cut my toes nails.
Minecraft space right now, but it won't be that way for long. Okay, XQC. I know you're probably watching this.
What the fuck? XQC? Why is that here?
want you to address this. What do you have to say for yourself?
Yo, can't stop thinking about you, Dud. Like it's bad, yeah? I know you don't want me to bring up little Nas party again, but I need to be your gag daddy? What?
It's irrefutable proof. Look, here it is on a second phone.
I don't understand. What?
Prove to me you didn't send me this video.
This is kind of funny. A little funny. I mean, considering all the bullshit that goes around from XQC, I'm surprised that he instantly believed this dream stuff, but this is kind of funny.
Or you're a pervert.
Can I see your juicer again? Here, I'll help you, brother. This is so fucked up. Dude, XQC's a goblin, bro.
Forever. And everyone watching this will now know it.
Oh, he's just showing how easy it is to fake stuff? Oh.
Or Pokimane. You've been getting some hate for your cookie prices recently. And I don't mean to expose you, but you...
I thought that was real. Are you saying it's not real? I thought it was.
Did say this to me.
What is this? Hey, hope you're doing well. I'm launching my first ever product next month, and I would love to have to be among the first to try. Blah 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 blah. They're just some stupid cookies. Okay, what does this mean?
To me,
they're just I repackage and I'm selling like 10x the price. My fans are stupid as fuck. Okay, he's showing fake stuff.
And I think that's disgusting. What do you have to say for yourself? What more proof do you need? I also have the cookies she sent me and a signed note from her. This is...
Oh shit, dude, that's her handwriting. I know that. I bought her farts before. I'm just kidding. I'd never buy her farts.
Irrefutable evidence. You get the point. I made all those pieces.
I'd smell them. If she wanted to send it for free, I would smell them though.
This is evidence in 10 minutes with only free programs. What's stopping anyone from going and making a fresh account, faking evidence, and then accusing a person they hate of something vile? Be careful what you believe and ask questions. Believing real victims is important, but not believing fake victims is very important to real victims.
Hey, XQC. I thought that XQC thing was real. That was funny. That would have been awesome.
So, as for my conclusion on this
by the way, I retract my statement that I said about XQC
video. I have a couple things to say. First of all, I just want to recognize that I'm probably in this position because of myself. The people that made these claims undoubtedly had unhealthy parasocial relationships with me, and that's why it's gotten to this point. I want to and will do anything I can to denounce this. My view on fans has shifted slowly over time, jumping massively when I face revealed and actually got to meet fans in person, which made things much more real and
You think my outfit I'm wearing right now is inappropriate to wear outside for the date with my mommy? Because it's 43 degrees out, but I'm comfortable as fuck, and I look kind of good.
Massively changed my perspective. I think it's incredibly unhealthy to be obsessive with someone, and I also think that it's clear to anyone who's stepping back and looking at these situations that people obsessively hate me and are making up lies about me, which is also because of parasocialness. Parasocial love turned to parasocial hate, and I have no doubt that the anonymous people making these fake allegations were once big fans of mine. I grew up being a massive fan of football, and I had jerseys of my favorite.
Why? Football is just, it really is. It's just, it's cringe. It's the same thing as like cosplayers or anime play people. Actually, the statistics of this fucking runner, up your ass, dude. You're fucking gay. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. You're a cringe nerd. Stop telling me about statistics. If you're telling me football is gay. Excuse me. If you look at the data, that's one. Two, guys in tight shorts that make me horny. That's number two. Number three, lots of physical touching. Number four, playing with balls. What the fuck is that? What is happening? But you're gonna criticize some theater dork or anime nerd that does power scaling? You should, but all of you deserve criticism, okay? Not me. Don't look at that. Don't look at those Funko. Don't look at my collectibles. Because I'm not cringe. Pretend that doesn't exist. But edit this out. Editor, get rid of all the Funkos out of the backyard. Back thing. Okay? Get out of there.
Favorite players and was very passionate, so I've always related to stands in that way, but my passion never turned to obsession, and I never truly realized how serious it can get, even sometimes when people were literally telling me. I think that part of why I'm in the position that I'm in right now is because I started pulling away from my fans after my face reveal. Meeting fans in person made things much more real, and I wasn't...
Yeah, all right, man. Like, I get it. Like, you want to distance yourself. It gets a little weird without having a boundary. I feel you.
So chronically online anymore because I actually had real life and things to do. I think that the fact that I'm a very relaxed person overall that has relaxed boundaries has encouraged that type of behavior too, so I'm just going to re-clarify some of my boundaries. One, I don't support any sexually explicit art of me or my friends. It never bothered...
I'm okay with it. If you make it, I'm kind of curious. I want to say what it looks like. So,
me personally that much because I don't really care about anything, but it is just weird, especially if you're a minor and drawing anything like that. That's gross. I don't support.
Well, yeah, obviously, if you're a minor, don't draw that. But like, who should I make me fuck? Dexter's mom, or Clarence's mom, or Danny Phantom's mom. Make me fuck someone's mom or something. Something hot.
anything inappropriate for minors at all. Art, TikToks, comments, anything. It's gross. 2, serious shipping is bad. I think that prying into people's private relationships,
What?
being deeply speculative,
Ships taken serious. What the fuck is a ship? Like you ship somebody?
anything like that is
Like, oh, I ship Hermione and Ron or something like.
terrible. I don't mind jokes. I don't mind doing it for fun, but anything serious really crosses the line. Again, I've always found it funny being shipped with George because we're not dating and we're friends. But if you genuinely think that we're dating,
Are you gay? Is this guy gay?
part of your personality where you obsess over it, you need to get off the internet. That is not healthy. I'm sure I'll make more clarifications in the future, but I just don't want anything weird. Don't obsess over me or my friends. I deleted a video called Stands on my second channel that I made a while ago that I don't necessarily view the same way now. That doesn't mean that I don't appreciate you as a fan, but again, just be normal. Be the passionate
Yes, it
fan,
does.
not the stalker
Fuck you,
obsessed.
pussy.
I've already had people with access to all of my accounts for a long time, but I will be slightly changing how I use my accounts now. At the end of the day, I do just want to make Minecraft content and have fun with my friends. That's it.
Alright.
That's all. Because of that, I've been a bit of a detriment to myself by arguing on Twitter or getting into petty drama that I don't need to. So because of that, I'm just not going to be using Twitter anymore. I'm going to have someone run my Twitter and post tweets promoting my content. I'll still tweet non-promotional stuff, just with it being positive only and going through multiple people. And I don't want anyone that's a fan of mine to take anything super negative away from this video or think about things in a really sad way. I want to be positive, and that's one of my favorite things about having a community at all.
Yeah, I know he's covering a lot of stuff. I know he's just being comprehensive.
Spreading positivity
Almost
and love.
done, guys.
So try and be positive. Say something nice today. Do something nice today. I don't want to keep letting this cloud loom over my head though, so I'm just gonna move on. I don't plan on making any more statements, and I don't plan on talking about this anymore. This is it. I just want to focus on making the best content that I can. So that's what I'm gonna do. I have tons of Minecraft content that I've been working on, and I'm super excited to put it out there. Pretty crazy. And I've been working on some stuff for over a year now. I don't want to throw the excitement away. And again, this was by far the biggest reason for my inactivity. So Minecraft Dream will be coming back full force, stepping away from Twitter and just focusing on putting out awesome Minecraft videos like I used to do. So, yeah.
What Moist critical response is there to watch? Does he have one?
Yeah, I appreciate everyone that watched this video all the way through. I'm sure it was a roller coaster. There's tons of links and information as well in the description. I also posted multiple videos on my second channel. See you guys soon.
Okay, cool video. That's all I have to say. Cool. I mean, Dream's innocent, baby.